got to stand up strong, face the truth about themselves, to understand what went wrong. I know we can find a way. I know we can find a way. I know we can find a way to stand up, stand up, stand up.
Uniting the races with truth instead of dividing them with lies. We're also rebuilding the family by rebuilding the man. I am Jesse Lee Peterson. Good morning. Hi, y'all. It's Friday. Again and already. You can get involved by calling 888-7753. 773. 888-77 Jesse. 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 And my biblical question, a doozy. It's an amazing biblical question. How do you know when you are spiritual? How do you know when you are spiritual? How do you know? We have every way that you can watch and support the show listed on JesseLeePeterson.com/show. JesseLeePeterson.com/show. And if you're running around, you just don't have the time to sit and watch the show. You got to go work out, or you got to go and do this or that. And so you go to podcast the show. You still can listen on your phone by calling the listen line on TalkStream Live at 605-615-4131. 605-615-4131. And to donate and have your comments read out loud, go to Buy Me a Coffee. BuyMeACoffee.com/JLP Talk. BuyMeACoffee.com/JLP Talk. And Bond Cash App. Bond Cash App. Right, Nick?
Bond JLP.
Oh, yeah. Bond JLP Cash App. I knew something was missing. Bond JLP Cash App. Amazing. It's Friday. It's Open Line Friday. Get it off your chest Friday, right? /Black. Because we love the blacks here. Black. And we want to help the blacks as we do with every, want to help. I mean, when I say want, the message for all that we receive. All who has ears, let them hear. So Friday is Open Line Friday. Get it off your chest Friday /Black Friday. That was then the good old days. I remember those days. And this is now. I love the blacks.
You do make disparaging remarks towards black people.
Be black.
I want to make sure we agree on that first.
No, we disagree.
Hold on.
I want to ask.
Well, and the things that you do, I just like I say, I want to hate you, but something won't let me.
Hey, what's wrong with the blacks? What's wrong with the blacks? Anger. And a yearning for the Father. And unconsciousness. Amazing. Last night we had the men's forum, the first one for the month. Every first Thursday month, night of the month, the men's forum. And I have to tell you, it was amazing. And if you were not helped in that meeting, it was only because you really didn't want to be helped. You love your hell, you love your misery, and you just want to stay in there. And you didn't want to be helped. And I'm thinking how fortunate, how amazing it is that the Father has made it possible that we can fellowship in the way we fellowship at the men's and women's forum and Sunday morning. And I don't know of any other meetings like that anywhere. They may be happening somewhere, but I'm just not aware of them. And I want to encourage the men to just stay with it. Stay with it. And I realize, even more so, thank God, that human beings are so, men and women, identified with the false self, with the illusionary self, that is mind-blowing. That connection between the false self is mind-blowing, really. And to see, eventually you will start, it will like start to become a little clearer to you that it's really, this false self is really not you. It started to make sense after a while, but the tightness and the grip that the evil spirits have over you, and to a point they just don't want to let go, because they would become homeless if they were forced to leave you, right? It's mind-blowing. And as you got, for all people that want to overcome, in order to be free, and you can, you must remember not to forget to stay present, so that you can see you're not the I that you think that you are. You're not the me that you think that you are. It is. And then the other thing that in the New Testament, all of this is talked about. In the Old Testament, it's talked about how to overcome, what needs to happen to overcome that. And in the New Testament, it is made clear. In order to have a life, you got to give up a life. Ain't no way around it.
Are so young kids.
And there is so much fear in giving up the false life. It's just amazing. But it can happen if you stay with it, stay with it, stay with it. What amazing thing it is. I've said over and over, my country is not coming back. I have more proof. I have said over and over again that in spite of what's happening in the world around you, that you can have peace in this world. With all the hell that's going on inside of others, and believe me, demons are working inside of human beings. The way human beings treat each other, the anger, the hostility, the jealousy, the strife, revenge, you got to see that that's evil, that you're acting that way toward others. And because in today's America, you have been given permission to be angry. You have been told that anger is a natural human emotion, and that Jesus was angry and it's okay to be angry. And if I'm not angry, what will I be? And as a result, Anger is out of control today. Everybody and their mama is angry and fighting and carrying on. There is no peace in the Middle East. And you're crazy enough to believe that anger is a natural and normal human emotion. And I've heard over and over and over, and Mamma Mia again, who will I be if I'm not emotional? Who will I be if I don't get angry? How would I help others if I'm not angry about what I see happening? It's the dumbest idea I ever seen, but I understand it. You're so identified with the emotion, you truly believe that. Some people tell me, well, you truly believe that if you don't have anger, you can't function. Some people tell me, well, if I don't have my anger, I'll just be doing nothing. I would just sit around and do nothing they say. Can you get any dumber than that? How will I function if I don't feel something? Can you get any dumber than that? And as a result, my country is quickly going to hell in a handbasket. And it's going to get worse. It's really going to get worse because human nature, human beings believe that anger is good. Fox 9 is reporting that a high school student took to the street of Minneapolis calling for more to be done to keep them safe. Minnesota Republicans, a gun right group, said the focus should be on addressing the root cause of violence, mental health, support, and security, funding for all schools. Watch this from Fox 9.
Our So Young Kim joining us from Minneapolis tonight. And So Young, there was a postcard writing event to legislators as well today.
Yeah, here at Lake Nokomis Community Center, Protect Minnesota provided postcards for people to write messages to lawmakers calling for stronger gun control. State Republicans say organizations and events in the wake of the tragedy are politicizing the grief. A sign with the words "children or guns" could be seen in the group of dozens of high school students marching from Gold Medal Park to the Hennepin County Government Center in Minneapolis Wednesday. They're rallying to send lawmakers a message just 1 week after the mass shooting in their very own community.
My friend just came up to me and was hyperventilating and grabbing me. Like, my little brother is at Annunciation right now and there's a gunman there. And I broke down.
Carrying their memory forward not only in grief but in action. And we will demand the justice this country deserves, a federal ban on assault weapons.
Governor Tim Walz confirmed he plans on calling a special session on gun laws. In response, the Minnesota GOP sent this statement that reads in part, quote, "If Walz calls a special session, he and the DFL must be prepared to address the real issues. 1, mental health support for students and families. 2, security funding for all schools, public, charter, and non-public. Anything less is just another stunt."
Mason, what a mess. The guns are not the problem. Anger is the problem. And if you don't solve that, you can get all the gun laws and all the so-called protection at the school. It's still going to happen. Because anyone, I don't care who it is, even these kids protesting now, anyone that has anger is mentally ill. Anyone that has anger is mentally ill. And the world is set up to encourage mental illness. The pharmaceuticals, the psychiatrists, counselors, the judges, the lawyers, it's all at the government. It's all about money. It's all about money and power. They pretend that they're trying to help you, and they're not. They're not at all. And I can't blame them because you're responsible for you. These people don't know. They know that what they're doing is for trying to get money and power, but they can't help you. They're lost too. And by those Republican kids being out there protesting, it's a waste of time. Because the protesters are mentally ill. That's why they're protesting. On both sides. Two devils fighting. That's all going on. And the politicians love to see you out there protesting. All they're thinking about is how they can get more money and more perceived power. What can they do to deceive you that they're going to take care of you? My America is so dependent on others taking care of you. I've never seen it. It's just only getting worse. Nobody can help you but you. No one can help you but you. Carrying picket signs and encouraging these kids to carry picket signs. These children who are carrying the picket sign on both sides, they're angry already. They're no different than the guy that was accused of going into the school and shooting up people. They're no different than that. They have the same spirit. And the so-called lawmakers don't care because they're just thinking about money and power. And they pretend to be saving you. You and only you can save yourself. And even you can't save yourself if you don't understand what's going on with you. And another trick they're playing on you too. On one hand, they say, oh, we're going to solve gun violence. We're going to solve mental illness. And if you notice, in nearly every report, there are only females reporting the news, reporting this or that, and this. That's a setup. It's a setup for failure. It's not a setup for overcoming. Because they know the order, the rule is men should be leading. And they know that when you put women in a leadership role, it can only fail. It cannot succeed. And yet, women are all over the place. And no men. The men are put out of work. They can't find jobs. They have been falsely accused. They put them in prisons. Because they destroy the man, they can destroy the world. That's what happened to the blacks. They got rid of the men. And they put mama in charge because they know mama's going to screw it up. And if you notice, where are the men reporters? Once in a while, they'll throw a beta male in there. Where are the men reporters? Where are the men doctors? Where are the men lawyers? Where are the men? That false order is not going to work. They're not trying to help you. And now you expect them to tell you how to put on makeup, ladies. It's like no thinking for self at all anymore. My country's gone. And I have more proof that my country would never return. I bet you never thought you would see this in America. And it's going to get worse. Over in Michigan, in the United States of America, it's being reported. Think about this, folks. This is what happened to Europe, and it is happening, and everything going out of control. In the United States of America, these people coming to our country, they're not becoming one with America. They're coming in, and they're still coming with third world mentalities and ideas. They're not coming here to be free. They're not coming here to assimilate. That's the word I'm looking for. They don't want to assimilate with you, with Americans. They want what we have, but they don't want to assimilate. They want their steel hellhole that they left. I bet you never, especially my generation, you never imagined that in this country, United States of America, they will have police patch in Arabic. They now, according to this report, have police patch in Arab in America. Do you know how dangerous that is? Do you know how dangerous that is? And how is that assimilating? How is that bringing the country closer? Do you know how dangerous that is? Fox 2 is reported that Dearborn Heights Police Department has unveiled a new optional police patch that is the first in the U.S. to feature both English and Arab in the United States of America. They told me that Allah religion is about conquering the world. They want to take over all the religion and destroy them and be the religion of the world, and it's working. In the United States of America, they have an Arab police patch. How is that a simulation? How is that going to make America better? The new patch is meant to honor and reflect the city's large Middle East and North Africa population. If that doesn't make you shake in your boots, I don't know what will. Watch it from Fox 2.
Fox 2, Scott Wolchuk is live now to tell us all about this. And we're talking about a language or ethnicity here.
Yeah, you know what? The language we're talking about is Arabic. This is in Dearborn Heights. There's a new patch that's in production, and it's optional. The police officers don't have to wear this specific patch, but it's getting a good amount of commentary on it. So here, take a look at it. You can see it right there. It was designed by a Dearborn Heights police officer. The whole idea, unity and diversity, right? If you've been to Dearborn Heights, there's a lot of businesses with Arabic written on it, you know, so it's kind of a thing that reflects the community. Of course, not everybody feels that way.
Amazing, huh? How is this allowed to happen in the United States of America? The Allahu Abba people hate Christians and Jews. And we are infidels in their minds. And they're quietly taking over a Christian nation. And you're sitting in the back thinking you're being nice and you're being this and you're being that. You're giving up your own freedom in ways that you will regret. You can bank on that. You're going to regret this. This is dangerous. There's nothing good about it. This is not America. And they have done this to the Europe, and is out of control. A few Dearborn residents reacted to the new Arabic patch. Watch this.
I went around town kind of asking people, hey, what do you think about it? One of the first guys I talked to actually spoke Arabic. He could read it. So I asked him, well, what does the Arabic text say?
It says Dearborn Heights. Dearborn Heights, Short. Cool. So I think I got it somewhat right. We have a lot of Middle Eastern community around Dearborn Heights and Dearborn. So I think it's cool that they're introducing it first time, you said, in the United States of America. So I think it's pretty cool.
I guess that's the culture down here is highly Arabic, so I guess it's, you know, in my opinion, I guess it's okay. I mean, like I said, it's different. I don't agree with it, but I don't disagree with it.
It is the first one in the country to have Arabic on it. What do you think?
Wow. Awesome. I wish I knew how to say awesome in Arabic.
Do you think there's probably some haters out there?
Of course. Well, that's everywhere, though.
How easy it is to accept evil. These guys are blind and stupid. And nothing good about that. There's nothing good about that at all. Why would you come to America and you want to bring Arabic into America? Why don't you want to come in and become an American? What's your plan? And these dumb people can't see what they're doing because they're blind. And you can do what you want with this. This is what happened in Europe. Over there, they have their own Arabic areas in Europe. And most of the time, the police can't even go over there because they have the Sharia law. And now it gets to a point that if you speak out against the illegals or the so-called immigrants in Europe, you get arrested. That's coming to America. This setup is happening. And I want to give you a quick example because of time. What is already happening, but what will continue to happen in a worse way because you allow the enemies to come in and set up Arab patches and all this stuff in your country, and you think it's nice. No, they should have American patch. Let me show you, if, according to the story, if it's true, this is already happening, what's going to happen in America. Here's a video of a French girl rejecting a migrant advances and is then slapped in the face. Watch this from X.
Ça vraiment c'est du lourd.
You're letting these savages in your country, this is what you're going to get. It's already how, as quiet as it's kept, white people already under genocide. It's going to get worse with these kind of people. You think it's nice that they're giving you an Arab patch? There's nothing good about that. That's a dangerous sign that you're calling good. And like on this journey, if you take this journey, I'm told that they think that guy said, this must really hurt in French. That guy that was speaking at the end there. I'm not sure what he was saying, but I'm being told that's what he was saying in French. And white people, they're coming after white women, and they're going to destroy white men if you try to stand up because you waited too late. It's like when you're on this journey to overcoming the false self, the ego nature, there are signs along the way. But you don't pay attention to the signs. You fall for the signs. You go with the signs rather than rejecting them. And you stay in your darkness. It's a spiritual battle. And we're losing America. They got women taking over because they know there's no power in the woman. You're losing America. They're letting these foreigners in and giving you their identity. You're losing America. You've been warned. 888-7. The sign along the road is warning you, and you're missing it. 888-775-3773. Quick break. Your phone calls and super chats when I come back. We have a counseling service, and I have to admit, thanks to God, it is the best counseling service on this side of heaven. I counsel with men and women, families, individuals around the world. Most people are unhappy, they're miserable, they have rough lives, they're depressed, suicidal, young and old, of all races. I understand, I know why, and I do understand it. Because exactly what's happening in me is happening with everybody outside of me, inside of them. And I've noticed that with those who really, really, really want to understand, they overcome it just like that, out of one counseling session. If you need counseling, you can go to rebuildingtheman.com or call 800-411-2663. 800-411-BOND. Best counseling service on this side of heaven. Baby is jamming. Party over here. Amazing. The Hake report, busy day today, is coming up at 9 a.m. from 9 to 11 a.m. The Hake, Hake report.com. The guy with the good hair and James Hake is on fire. And after the Hake report, brand new episode of the fallen-state.tv. Interesting discussion with Dr. John G. West. He is an author, scientist, Christian, and the vice president of the Discovery Institute in Seattle, Washington. And we talked to him about about his brand new book coming up called The Stockholm Syndrome Christianity. Watch this.
Next time on The Fallen State.
What you have with Stockholm Syndrome Christians is they're becoming missionaries from the culture to their fellow Christians. People end up adopting the point of view of their cultural captors.
Where did you get the idea about the Trinity? Because it's not in the Bible anywhere.
John 1 clearly teaches Jesus was God.
There's no proof of anything that you said, but you believe it, right? I think you got the syndrome and don't know it.
You apparently think I do.
It was funny, but it was fun, and I enjoyed the doctor, and I think he had fun too. And after that, and you can become a member of the, what? What about you? Huh?
You call it for me?
Hake is interrupting the show again. White people are a mess. Trying to keep the black man down.
Always.
And you can become a member of the Fallen State. Right there on the YouTube channel. You can support the Fallen State that way, or JesseLeePeterson.locals.com, all right? Thank you. And after that, he is flying high. Not off fentanyl, not off pot, but natural energy given to him by God. And mark my word, they will eventually call him king. It's going to happen. He's following in the footsteps of the great white hope. They call him king. And they call the great white hope, what manner of man is this? The wind and the sea obey him. Well, that's going to happen with the American anchor baby. Right after the Fallen State today, the American anchor baby at 12 noon Pacific time. Can you put? You don't want to put your show up there, anchor baby? There you go. See, he's so self-assured Then he just has to put his sign up there. Amazing, huh? That's what you call what manner of man is this. The wind and the sea obeys him. At 12 noon, around 12 noon, right after the FallenState.tv, you flying today, Anchor Baby?
I think so.
And where are you going?
Well, we're in Dubai right now. Well, we're somewhere off the coast of Dubai somewhere.
You had to Dubai what?
You said what?
Dubai what?
Dubai is a place.
Oh, I
and
thought
we're
you were
gonna
going
leave
to
Dubai and go
Dubai.
somewhere else.
I thought you were going to Dubai something. Dubai.
No.
He's,
Although that's
you,
the place to do it.
Call and get your reservation if you want to take a ride on this flight with the American Anchor Baby. Right after the Father's Day, a little bit after 12, sometime in there, you'll be notified. The American Anchor Baby. And then fellowship on Sunday. All are invited. Doors open at 10:30. Meetings start at 11 a.m. Pacific time, 2 p.m. Eastern time. Go to rebuildingtheman.com, rebuildingtheman.com/church. Amazing. So last night I mentioned we had the men's forum. It was, first of all, every man that showed up. It was deep. And then it was so amazing. I didn't get to bed until a little after 11 p.m. last night. And I had to get up at 3 in the morning. But it was all worth it. It's funny, too, when I first woke up, when my eyes open, I closed my eyes only for a moment, and the moment was gone. And as soon as I opened my eyes, the devil said, I'm not going to the gym today. I'm too sleepy. What a mess. 888-7753. 773-888-77 Jesse. Let me go to Maurice out of Virginia. Maurice, you are on the air.
Hey, good morning, Jesse. How you doing?
All is well.
Yes, sir. Y'all was just calling just to thank you for what you're doing, and since my friend in my last workplace introduced me to you, it's been life-changing experience over the past year. And I got a question.
And your life has give me an example of how your life has changed.
Everything that I thought I knew was wrong, especially about God, and that's the main thing that destroys I can say the main thing, but that's part of what destroys the black community. Then we feel like because we're a certain skin color, you my brother and all this and all that. But Jesus clearly said, those who do the will of my father is my mother, brother, and sister.
Yeah.
And people seem to skip over that a lot, and even in church. And spent my life, didn't have a father in the household, and I never regretted my father, but I always saw him like out in the streets and random places and stuff, and went to see him in jail and stuff, but it was never to reach back. So when I had finally forgave him, it's like I cried a little bit. Like I guess it was because of the moment or whatever.
Yes.
But I didn't cry, much afterwards. But the funny thing was, when I was talking to him, he got to doing his normal, making excuses for why he wasn't there. And I was like, Dad, it's okay. Like, it's just something I had to do is forgive you.
Yeah.
And it's funny. Then it's even more funny because the phone dropped, and I haven't heard from him since.
Well, you did what you needed to do. That's amazing.
Yeah. So that's never been on my mind. But the main thing, my mom, because I've been close to my mom all my life, we look alike, almost talk alike, and
amazing.
We have the same. I'm seeing where I was groomed, and if I was an angry child all my life, always been in mental health since I was 13, 14, on all kinds of medicine. it got to the point it was real bad. I was sleeping like 10, 11 hours a day off of medicine and always up and down, up and down, up and down, and I never felt that balance. And then it became the church thing. I got part of the church and would open up Sunday mornings and do everything like that, but I was still going out Friday and Saturday night drinking. Well, during the week drinking, but still doing the church thing. And back in street ministry, all that stuff, and now I just realized it wasn't a waste of time because I was still looking for God.
Yeah.
And the more I kept looking, and the situation came up, and I got at this job, and I got the first thing he told me was like, racism not real. And I'm like, huh? I never really believed in it, but always hearing it, it makes you believe in it.
Yes.
And that was the first thing that struck out to me from you. Then the thing with the women in the church, and so whenever you said something, I always went back to the Bible and fact checked it, and it was plain and simple. You do not allow women to teach, preach, all that stuff.
Yeah.
And you stand back and look in the world, who's becoming more in power? And the men are being weak because that's how they was programmed over the past 50, 60, 70 years.
Yeah.
And they have made the women independent. And now look at the world.
It's a setup, man, for total destruction.
Yeah. It's and just because I know a little bit about I know a lot about the streets and the just regular life, it's worse than what you even think, Jesse.
Yeah.
I'm in Virginia. I wish Trump would come out here. I mean, you got the police chief lying about how you gonna sit there and say shootings are down but murders are up. Which one do you? I wouldn't want to have neither.
That's right. Absolutely, man.
I mean, they trying to dictate on how they can be made look good in the presence of the public. That's really all.
How old are you now?
35.
Right on,
about
man.
To be 36 October. Yeah.
And did you go and forgive your mother?
Yeah, I had to. That was funny too. I couldn't even look at her the first time. So I said, because when she had got sick, I had kind of got more in the streets and wasn't helping out. But now that I see, it was like a setup from that too, because me and my sister quickly checked her on it because they lived together, but I always felt bad when I did something wrong or got mad at her. And she would always remind us, "Oh, I did this for y'all," that thing.
Yeah.
And now that I see and that's deeper. That's I have a problem with. I used to be shy growing up because I was chubby. Then I got out of that. Then it became the just when I did speak my mind, it was outrageous, like mad, sad, loud. And I always thought I had to go off for somebody to understand me, because that's the only time people seem to listen. But now, see, if they don't want to hear it, they just don't want to hear it.
Yes, that's right.
And so my question is,
so let me ask, did you forgive your mother?
Yeah, I went back and did the right thing, looked in the eye, and yeah.
How did it go?
It went good, and she accepted it and she understood, and she understands, and it's still she still has a long ways to go because she only knew what she knew, and she got addicted to the church thing, and even now I got an aunt who thinks she went to school for this ministry and all this stuff, but I said, Mom, look at everyone going to church, but then look at their life.
Yeah.
Are they really changing mentally and spiritually? And no, I mean, the first thing, you got millions of churches named all these different names, but even in Christianity, Ebenezer Church, Catholic, Apostolic, but then y'all claim to worship the same God.
Yeah. But I want to encourage you, Maurice, are you a first-time caller?
No, I had called once before,
Oh,
but the
okay.
last couple of times I called,
I want you to encourage you, don't try to convince your mother to come out of her hell. Leave her to her hell until she sees that she needs to come out of it. And if she asks, well, how do you overcome this? You tell her, but if not, she has to find the Father for herself. But don't try to bring her out of it. She'll take you down.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And that's what had. So this time last year, I had broke up with my girlfriend broke up with me, but it was coming anyway. But that's when I had started seeing that victim mentality and all that stuff, because I had went off to boohoo crying, or why you left me and all that crap.
You were crying that the woman left you?
Yeah, I was big beta.
What beta? Would you rather hurt than feel nothing at all?
No, I would have rather felt nothing.
That's right.
And that's what the world. I went going to therapists and all this stuff, and I just always kept looking, and I'm glad it just finally ran into you. And hopefully one day I can get out there to a church service in person, or even a men's night.
Well, you stay with him. I'm telling you, and without a doubt, all you got to do now is practice, stand present, because the kingdom of heaven is always right here, right now, all the time. And if you stay present, practice not, when you catch yourself lost in thought, just come back to present, do nothing else about it, and you're with all power and authority, and that authority, which is the love, the power of God, will take care of you. It will destroy that old nature, and you'll be fine.
Yes, sir.
And I want you to know that what you know now about this spiritual, what's going on, this is what's wrong with every black person in the world. And
Yes,
all
sir.
people really, but because they try to act like something else is wrong with the blacks, like it's racism, there's somebody holding them back.
It ain't.
But they all hate their mothers. They've been turned away from the mothers. They become like what they hate. I mean, they've been turned away from the fathers. They become like what they hate, and they look and act just like mama. They have her identity, which is evil, and that's what's wrong with the blacks. And nothing's going to resolve it until they go and deal with that. It's not going to change until that happens.
It's either they hate, they don't like how, or they say, growing up, your grandpa was sleeping with such and such, and it was all these family secrets.
Yes.
But what good is it going to do to reveal them and call them out if it's still not going to get nothing resolved?
That's right. Absolutely.
And so now you got the generation my age, 30s and up, I don't want to be like my grandparents, or they know what they was doing, or, well, are you doing anything to make it spiritually better?
I rest my case.
I mean,
that's amazing. You stay with it, man. The light is showing you all of this. It's not you seeing it on your own. The Father is with you. You stay with it.
Yes, sir. And just lastly, I been going through all the loneliness, and the so-called loneliness is not me. That if you have to come back to yourself 1,000 times a minute, that's real. I mean, look at your hand, look at your steering wheel, do something, and you'll see you really was not there. You really was not present.
Right. Absolutely.
And so my main thing, I got a friend, right? So I've been, I ain't losing friends, but if they were really my friends, they would have still been here.
Absolutely.
So now I got a friend that's, good job, just got his first home built, haven't been in a home a year, and, dating all these girls, and now after a year and a half, he proposed to this girl. And now that I know what I know, he got 2 kids, just found out one of them was his 2 years ago, and she got 3 kids. And it's like, so the last conversation we had, he asked me, man, he want to start a business. Man, why can't he just do it, such and such? And I'm like, man, you got the money and the job, just do it.
Yeah.
I'll be your secretary. Like, we can do this together. And the next week, he sent me a picture of the ring. And he was gonna get a girl, and I wanted to say so bad. That's why you can't get your job going.
And why didn't you say it?
Because I just, I didn't know whether it was gonna be a judgment or like.
Why does that concern you?
No, I mean it doesn't.
You mean you weren't concerned if you were concerned if you're going to judge him or he's judging you?
Yeah, no, me judging him.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
That's my question. Yeah, I didn't want to judge and be like, man, I explained to him about the it's not spiritually natural to be a stepfather because them fathers still spiritually want their real father, and you stepping in the way of that too early, and just trying to help a nice friend out, but. It's now that I see everything has just been coming to the light in me and in others now that I'm seeing clear.
Yeah. So he about to marry a woman that already have children?
Got kids. And then when you say that thing about don't marry a church going woman.
Yeah.
That's one of the reasons why he's now because he was into the Quran and reading the Bible at one time. I always knew that was wrong. To be into any other kind of religion. I even worked for Muslims who tried to get me to read the Quran. It was just always in me not to go to another religion.
Yeah, let me ask you Let me ask you this.
Yes, sir.
So did you warn him that you're about to marry a woman that already have children? You just bought a house. You want to start your business. She's going to end up taking all that away from you. Did you tell him that?
Oh no. Yeah, but this the catcher. She wants him to move in with him, and he's thinking about it, and probably going to do it.
He may move in with her.
With her, and he hasn't even lived in his own home for 2 years. And it's like I be going down there, help him do yard stuff, and he's so busy chasing women, and now this girl. But I just want to know, would it be wrong if I don't go to the wedding? And now that I know, what they're doing not right.
No, I mean, it wouldn't be wrong, or. If you went, it wouldn't be wrong. If you don't go, it wouldn't be wrong.
Okay.
But don't judge him. You see that he's going down the wrong path, but don't judge him. Don't make your ego feel better than him. You know what I mean? But you can warn him. You know what I mean? You're about to. This woman going to destroy you. Those kids are not going to accept you. You're going to end up losing your home and everything else. You're making a horrible mistake marrying this woman, already have children, and you can warn him, and if he rejects it, just say, oh, okay, no problem, and let him live in his own hell, and it's up to him.
Okay.
But if you want to go, go. If you don't go, you're not wrong either way. Just don't judge him. Be honest, but don't judge him.
Okay, yeah, because that's what I've been doing more. And I've been noticing, too, that's even hard to be honest because we've been really telling lies to ourselves our whole life.
Yeah, absolutely. And if he doesn't want to hear, okay, fine. Don't impose the truth upon him at all.
Okay.
Amazing, man. I wish you were. Maurice, call me again. I got to take a break.
Yes, sir. Bless all y'all. Thank you.
All right, buddy. What a mess. A quick break. The hate news coming right now, not the fake news. When I come back, more of your phone calls and your super chats. 888-77-JESSE. Back in a moment. I have books that are amazing. I highly recommend you get them. 7 Guaranteed Steps to Spiritual, Family, and Financial Success Guide. Even if you're not starting a business, but you have a job or you're on welfare, it can help you if you do. Be doers of the word, all right? From rage to responsibility. From rage. That's what I write about in the first chapter, especially how I overcame. Scam. How the black leadership exploits black Americans. They're using them, and blacks are too willing to be used. And then my last book, The Antidote, Healing America from the Poison of Hate, Blame, and Victimhood. They are all amazing books, and they are helpful. Go to rebuildingtheman.com if you want an autographed copy, or call 800-411-2663.
Some serious mess going on in the world. They're trying to ban congressmen from insider stock trading. Let them insider stock trade. Say I. Maybe kidding around. I disclaim. The views expressed by Hake do not represent the JLP show. And they don't even represent myself. And the United States is going to sanction so-called human rights organizations that are trying to get Israelis, including our based Bibi Netanyahu, arrested by the International Criminal Court. These Arabic or Palestinian so-called human rights groups. Scum of the earth. Human rights is a communist buzzword, by the way. And Trump may send troops to New Orleans because Chicago and Baltimore, they love murder. They don't want to stop the murder. And so they are rejecting Trump's help to save their people. They don't want to help. They will love their hell. And so it's a big mess. And by the way, the Justice Department is deciding or weighing proposals to limit the so-called rights of so-called transgender people to possess firearms. As you may know, they are oftentimes more violent per capita. It's terrible. They're like Antifa per capita. And they've done a couple of mass shootings lately. This is a mess. This is the end of hour 1 of the Jesse Lee Peterson Show. It's Black Friday. It's also Get It Off Your Chest Day. The lines are full. But you can call in every so often just in case a line opens up. You'll get a busy signal, chances are right now, but just in case a line opens up, you may get through. Or call in as you hear JLP wrapping up with another caller, okay? And in the meantime, we will get to more of your more great stories and your super chats, okay? Oh, a line may have just opened up, guys. Call in right now. But it may fill up real fast, so get in there. But Commie Nonsense Network CNN reports, should politicians be allowed to play the market? That's not a report, that's a question. While voting on legislation that could affect stock prices? Some House lawmakers say that in order to weed out corruption and restore the public's trust, stock trading should be banned for members of Congress. But we want to follow whatever Nancy Pelosi is doing. It's working so well for her. That's what some people do, that I heard. I heard that's the rumor. Word around the campfire. Anyway, U.S. sanctions. The State Department has imposed sanctions on 3 Palestinian human rights groups. Al-Haq, H-A-Q, not to be confused with Hake, H-A-K-E. That's my name. Not Arabic or Palestinian. That I know of. Al-Mezan Center for Human Rights and the Palestinian Center for Human Rights. Those are the 3 organizations sanctioned by the State Department. In a statement, Secretary of State Little Marco Rubio, based Marco Rubio we call him now, said the organizations, quote, directly engaged in efforts by the International Criminal Court, ICC, evil group, just forget them, to investigate, arrest, and detain or prosecute Israeli nationals without Israel's consent. Wow. Late last year, and that's the end of the quote, late last year, the ICC issued arrest warrants for Israeli Prime Minister-based Benjamin Bibi Netanyahu and former Defense Minister Yoav Gallant for war crimes, including starvation as a method of warfare, unquote, and crimes against humanity. Leading genocide scholars passed a resolution this week that declared Israel's actions in Gaza had met the legal definition of genocide. Israel rejected the accusation. In a joint statement posted on X, the Palestinian groups described U.S. sanctions as, quote, immoral, illegal, and undemocratic, unquote. What a mess. In recent weeks, President Trump has been threatening, as you know, to deploy the National Guard troops to Chicago and also Baltimore. You may not have known that. To crack down on crime and ramp up immigration enforcement. Nice. But he's faced strong pushback from both leaders and Democrat governors of Illinois and Maryland. Wednesday, Trump suggested he may send those Guard members to New Orleans. New Orleans. It's a mess. I'm James Hake. Now back to the Jesse Lee Peterson Show, Hour 2.
stand up strong, face the truth about themselves, to understand what went wrong. I know we can find a way. I know we can find a way. I know we can find a way to stand up, stand up, stand up.
Uniting the races with truth instead of dividing them with lies. We're also rebuilding the family by rebuilding the man. I am Jesse Lee Peterson. Good morning. It's the second hour of the show today. You can get involved by calling 888-7753-773. 888-77-JESSE. Jesse, Jesse. And my biblical question, a doozy. How do you know when you're spiritual? How do you know? How do you know when you are spiritual? An amazing question. We have every way that you can watch and support the show listed on JesseLeePeterson.com/show. JesseLeePeterson.com/show. And if you're out and about, running about, doing whatever you're doing, working out or whatever, you can be listening to the show on your iPhone or iPad by calling the listen line on TalkStream Live at 605-615-4131. 605-615-4131. And to donate to have your comments read out loud, go to buymeacoffee.com/JLP Talk, buymeacoffee.com/JLP Talk, or Bond JLP Cash App. Bond JLP Cash App. It's Friday. It's Get It Off Your Chest Friday. It's whatever's on your mind, Express Yourself Friday / Black Friday. That was then, and this is now. I love the blacks.
You do make disparaging remarks towards black people.
Be black.
I want to make sure we agree on that first.
No, we disagree.
Hold on.
I want to ask. Well, and the things that you do, I just like I say, I want to hate you, but something won't let me.
Hey,
what?
What's wrong with the blacks? First you love me, then you hate me. That's a game for a fool to break up, to make up. Amazing, huh? I want to show you, and over again, I want you to know, and for those who want to be free, but those who don't want to be free, you hold on to yours, and you live with it, stay with it, and see how far it gets you in life. But I want you to know, anger is evil. Anger is a human emotion, but it's not love. That emotion that comes from anger is evil. And it's not normal. It's an abnormal state of being to be angry. And anyone that has anger, within you have fear as well. Your resentment, you have fear. You're separated from God, and you would never know him. You'll know about him if you read about him, you hear about him, but you won't know him. Knowing about truth is not knowing truth. You just know about it. You heard about it. It won't change you at all. And the truth is not going to change you because you don't want it. It's going to leave you right in your hell. Really. It'll just let you suffer for the rest of your life, all in the name of Jesus. And you'll cry at night. And black people, all people, but especially the blacks, because you've been really told that anger, you have a right to be mad at the white man or at the system or at somebody. You've been lied to. You need to forgive your mothers and or grandmothers and return to your fathers. So that's the only thing that's going to free you up from stress, worry, doubt, anxiety, depression, suicidal thoughts, a feeling of victimhood. A victim, I have to tell you that, and you can pay attention to this one, a victim is probably one of the worst people on earth. Really. A person who thinks that they're a victim is a dangerous person, man or woman, male or female. If you doubt me, look what these women who think that they're a victim, look what they're doing to the men. Look how easy it is for them to lie on the man, just make up stuff. And they cry, and the world believes them because they cry. But because they're crying, you don't know that they're lying. The first sign of them lying is when they're crying. You can know right there she's lying. And blacks, and all people, you're never going to be free. I don't care if you love DEI or reparations or affirmative action because you think you're getting something. All you're getting are physical things, but that's doing nothing for your peace. Zero. You need to drop the anger. Here's what another example of what anger can do for you. From the Daily Wire. A North Carolina construction worker was punched in the face after he asked a driver to slow down for a work zone. Watch this from WOLD.
Caleb Johnson demonstrated how he waved his stop sign Tuesday in Huntersville to get the car to stop at this work zone along Hambright Road. Look at this video taken moments later. The driver got out of his car, striking the worker. Johnson says at first he didn't think there would be a problem.
I think it was crazy. I think the scariest part was he talked to me. He's very non-threatening, non-aggressive. And so I think it's really scary that despite being in that much control, the fact that he was still willing to hit someone.
At work zones today, we spotted other flaggers using the same technique to get the attention of drivers. Gary McClellan owns Quality Traffic Safety and says as a last resort, flaggers are taught to drop the sign all the way down, like the arm at a rail crossing to keep people from being hurt in the work zone.
And just stop. I mean, we tell our flaggers the most important thing they do all day is stop vehicles that need to be stopped.
His company did get a tag number, and he says they've already identified the driver.
Amazing, huh? This is the purpose of blacks on earth, is to be violent and destructive. They want you in that condition. And they want you hating the white people so you can blame them for your depression, your suicidal thoughts, your anxiety, so you can never be free. And white people, you have gone along with it and it's out of control now. And if you doubt me, it's going to get worse. Ask the white people in South Africa. Same thing happened to them, and they're under genocide, and nobody will help them. Look how the black man got out, according to this report, in anger, or smacked this white man and don't care. And he can get away with it. Had a white man done that to a black man, he'll be in jail already. With no bail, he would have to have bail bonds to get out. And we showed you in Europe how, according to the report, the blacks are attacking white women over there when they resist their attempt to go after them. Like, I don't want to. They smack them, and then they knock them out, and then they laugh about it. Here's a little bit more proof of what black anger would do to you. from WMBB. The Port St. Joe Police Department saw the first officer involved shooting in decades. And now an arrest has been made. Police officials said after a 41-year-old female charged at officers with a 16-inch knife. They were left with no choice but to respond with force. Watch this from WMBB.
Put the knife down! It's been around 2 weeks since the Port St. Joe Police Department saw its first officer-involved shooting in decades. Body cam footage released Tuesday morning depicts the interactions leading up to the shooting. The video documents several points of contact made with Walker throughout the day after she was involved in multiple hit-and-run incidents. The footage also shows attempts made to disarm Walker of her 16-inch fillet knife with a taser. But Port St. Joe Police Chief Jake Richards says Walker was unfazed by the attempts. The video shows multiple angles of Walker getting out of the driver's side of her car just seconds after being tased. It then shows her raising the knife over her head and charging at Sergeant Morrison, who responded with gunfire. Another officer also fired a shot. Walker sustained 2 gunshot wounds and was treated at a local hospital. Some witnesses to the shooting claimed it was unnecessary. In the body cam footage, you can hear Sergeant Morrison responding to bystanders' reactions.
She came at me with a knife! What the hell did you expect me to do?
Amazing, huh? And they blame it on racism. Oh, they did it because she was black. Not because, according to this report, she was filled with evil. She was angry. And black people, you've been set up to live that way. And white people, you've allowed these blacks to get in your government, your police department, your city councils, your businesses. And this is what you're going to get. And it's going to get worse because anger is being pushed as good. 888-7, do what you want. Live in your hell, or you could be free. I set before you life and death. Choose life. Let me go to California and talk to a first-time caller. Who is that, James? California, buddy. Okay, now I see it. Andrea. Andrea, is it Andrea or Andrea?
It's Andrea.
Andrea, welcome to the show. You're on the air.
Hi, Jesse.
Hi.
Thank you so much for taking my call. I'm freaking out because I didn't think you guys would answer, but
and why were you thinking that?
I know how busy and you have a lot of callers and everything, so I just I'm shaking like a leaf.
Take a breath.
I've been breathing since Derek answered. Trust me. I'm over here like. First, I admire you so much, and I'm grateful to God that I found you. I do want to say real quick. Don't think I'm a weirdo, but I'm the one that sent that shirt with the 45s and 47s on it.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
I appreciate
for sure.
that, really.
I was like, I saw it and I thought of you, and it looked great on you.
And nice that you put it in a large shoe instead of extra large. Thank you.
My pleasure.
Yeah.
So, simple question, I think. My father passed in 2017, and he wasn't in my life. My mom and he split up my sister and I were very young, and she remarried, and my stepdad, I call Dad, kind of raised us, right? So, you know, I didn't have a chance. I didn't know all these things yet until very recently. And I didn't have a chance to forgive my dad, my real father.
Right.
So I have every bit of me that knows I need to forgive my mom. And she even knows it. She knows I found you. She knows, you know, I've told her in passing, right? I'm just a little nervous about it, and I want to do it right. But my stepdad, now, if I do forgive my mom, I feel like they're such a team couple. You know, they do everything together, you know, and I want to just kind of do it both at the same time. Do you find that it is necessary that I forgive my stepdad? Will that even do any help for me? That he's not my real father?
Are you angry at him for any reason?
It's so hard to say, because I want to say I'm more angry at my mom. She just a lot, you know. I'm 50. I turned 50 on Monday. I'm getting older, and I've got 2 kids of my own that are 28 and 29. They're 20 months apart. So I know I ruined their lives. You know,
are you angry at your stepfather for any reason?
Maybe for enabling my mom, but that's it.
Enabling her in what way?
I hope they never hear this. Shoot. Just, you know, when she would be angry when we were growing up and lose her temper, she would, it would be like a big blowout, and then she'd need to go in her room for 3 days to decompress, and we were to leave her alone. That type of stuff.
And he would tell you all to stay away from her. She's decompressing.
Yeah, let your mom have the time she needs. She feels real bad. That whole thing, right?
Oh, yeah, you need to forgive him. And you should do it. Don't plan on if catching them both together or not. You take advantage of the opportunity. And if they both are together, you do it. If not, you do it separately. But whatever the opportunity is what you should do.
Okay.
But you definitely should forgive him as well.
Okay, cool. I just needed to know that much. I will.
And
then.
why haven't you forgiven your mother already, knowing you need to do it?
I don't want to open up any old stuff.
What does that mean?
So I got out of the house around 17. It was a situation where if you don't go to the church I grew up in, you can't live under their roof. One of those.
And who is telling you you don't want to open up any old stuff, and that's why you haven't forgiven that? Where are you getting that idea from?
My own heart and being sensitive to folks being mad at me.
And who are you?
I hear you ask folks this, and I think about it every time about myself, and all I can say is, goodness, I feel like I just am barely awake, you know.
I'm wide awake.
I've been asleep my whole life. Addiction, like I'm clean and sober today, but you know, it was something that it took me a long time to learn, and I blame myself for everything. I'm very hard on myself.
And who are you?
Who am I? I feel like I'm just a little being trying to figure out myself. I love God. I don't know, Jesse.
So why, when you say you love God, why do you think you love God?
Oh, he gives me a peace in my heart.
But you don't have peace.
Oh. No, I don't.
So why you say he give you a peace in your heart when you don't have peace?
I don't know. I think, oh, goodness gracious. I think that knowing he's real helps me believe that there's good at the end.
And what?
Which gives me this life, I suppose.
And why do you think you love him? Why do you think you know God?
I grew up in a church, and I've had experiences with him growing up, praying in that. And even when I left the church, I put myself through hell, in and out numerous times by making bad decisions, and he found me again. It's what I feel. God.
Why do you, because of time, why do you think you know God, and why do you think you love God?
I see folks around me, friends and fam, that don't even acknowledge him. And I do, so I guess that's why.
And why do you think you're acknowledging him? But why do you think you know God? That's what I want to understand. You haven't told me that.
Okay. I feel like he knows me, maybe.
Why do you think you know God?
I think that I feel like I know him. Maybe that's the wrong word, because I believe in him.
If you believe in God or know God, would you be afraid of your mother?
I maybe not.
So why do you think you know God and you have fear?
Yeah, I've got a lot of fear.
So the question is, why you think you know God? You have fear. You're afraid to put your mother. You're trying to tiptoe around her. Why do you think you know God?
I might not have should have said that.
Why not?
Because I think that now I'm backtracking. I think maybe I should have said I believe. I believe in him, and I know that I do believe that he can make me whole. If that makes sense.
Why do you believe that?
Boy, I guess because of what I was taught, and he's the only way.
All the way to what?
To be okay in the end.
And they're into what?
This natural life, I suppose.
If you believe that he is the answer, why haven't you why haven't you allowed that to happen then?
I'm working on it.
Working on what?
I guess first I need to forgive my mom. I knew that. I feel like I can't go anywhere or get any further until I do that.
You're never going to enter into the kingdom of heaven or know God until that happens. You got to admit you're wrong, and anyone that has anger is wrong, and they're separated from God, and there's nothing they can do. Read the Bible, lifting up holy hands, quoting the scriptures, carrying on. You just know about him, but you would never know him. And knowing about God is not knowing God. It's just knowledge about him. And that's all you're going to have, and you still cry at night.
Yeah, you're right.
You got to face your mother. And you don't know God. You don't believe in God or anything. You believe about God. And believing about God is not believing in God.
That rings true. Okay.
You got to face your mother. Don't tiptoe around her. You're going to shake in your boots while you're doing it. But you be honest. Mother, you were a bitch. And I resented you. And I became a bitch. And I screwed up my children. I became like what I hated. I realized now you couldn't help yourself. I'm wrong for hating you. And God will forgive you. It's not going to happen. You're never going to know him until you can confess. That's what the sin is of the heart, the anger, man or woman playing God.
Okay, that makes sense. I can do that. I know that I have to. It's like I'm at a basic halt with my, I don't want to say recovery because I don't even know if that's the right word, but becoming a better person and whole, I suppose. And
don't even try to be a better person. Don't think about what you will become. Because if you think about what you'll become, then the thoughts which are evil going to make you become that. Because you're going to think you know what you need to become. All you need to know is, I want to be different. I don't want to be the way I am now. I don't want to be miserable. I don't want to be the way I am now. God, I want to be different. And he'll do the rest. Don't because if you have an idea how you want to be, those thoughts which are evil going to fill in the blanks, and you'll try to become that.
Okay.
You don't know what you want. You don't know what you need. You don't know what you want to become. But you do know you need to forgive if you want to be free.
Yes, I know that part. Okay, that makes sense. You make it sound so easy. I just know that it's what it needs to be done. Okay.
And who are you?
I talk so bad to myself that I feel like answering that question is it's gonna the way I want to answer it, because I'm so ashamed for the time I've wasted and the hurt I've inflicted on my kids. They love me today, and they love me so much, I believe.
They don't love you, they hate you.
I told them
they
that.
are afraid of you as you are of your mother.
Oh, my God. That's what I thought. They tiptoe around me, too, because I'm so sensitive.
Because you became like your mother. Every man and every woman on the planet become like their mothers. You become like what you hate. Any man that has anger is a woman. Any woman that has anger is their mother.
Yeah.
And
I
your
feel
kids
myself.
are afraid of you in the same way you're afraid of your mother. And let me ask, when you said, I feel ashamed, who is feeling ashamed?
I don't even know. I basically, it's just the feelings that I feel.
So why do you call those feelings you? It's enough to see that you do feel it in your body, but you're not your body, and you're not the feeling. Why do you call them you?
I'm still getting used to that fact that I'm not my body.
Because you're taking on false identity when you say, I feel ashamed. Hold on for a minute. Let me take a quick break, okay?
Okay.
The treasure chest is now open on D-Live. Oh, no, it's not. It's the second hour already. I thought it was the third hour. Back in a moment. Steve, thank you for calling and thanks for holding. How have you been helped by the show?
I'm going to tell you this. I believe you might go down in history as one of the greatest, if not the greatest, black man that ever lived on planet Earth, as far as I'm concerned. I don't know anybody before you that's been that great. You know, freeing the slaves is one thing, but you've been freeing people of their mind, which matters, it should be anyhow, to you more than anything else, because with the mind not being right, there ain't nothing else going to happen right anyway.
If you can doubt every thought because you're not your thoughts, if you can doubt every thought, knowing that you're not your thoughts, you don't create them, they're not from God, that they're from the deceiver, the great deceiver, Satan. If you can doubt every thought, you can be free just like that. At an instant. Bring every thought into captivity. It's so amazing. Okay, welcome back. 888-775-3773. Couple announcement, quick ones. I hope you had a chance to catch my appearance on the Anchorman show with Matt Gaetz. It aired last night. Here's a little teaser from it. I want to promise you, you're not your environment, you're not your name, you're not your thoughts, you're not your emotions, you're not what you have or don't have, you're not your color, you're none of those things. All of those things are false identities, and that's what angry people do. They identify with a false self, and they think that that's who they are, and that's not who they are. And that's why they never get perfect peace, because they have all these identities or ideas of who they think they are, and they have to work hard. And not just you, but anyone that does it, and all people do until they start to overcome. They have to work hard to try to hold on to those identities, those false selves, and they never find peace. It heard last night. It was a very interesting conversation with Matt. And it was good to meet Matt. I've always thought Trump should have fought harder to keep Matt Gaetz on his team. But I don't know what the deal was. Check it out, all right? The Anchorman show with Matt Gaetz. And also a brand new episode of The Fallen State today at 11 a.m. Interesting discussion with Dr. John G. West, an author, scientist, a Christian, and the vice president of the Discovery Institute in Seattle, Washington. We talked about his brand new book, Stockholm Syndrome Christianity. Watch this.
Next time on The Fallen State.
What you have with Stockholm Syndrome Christians is they're becoming missionaries from the culture to their fellow Christians. People end up adopting the point of view of their cultural captors.
Where did you get the idea about the Trinity? Because it's not in the Bible anywhere.
John 1 clearly teaches Jesus was God.
There's no proof of anything that you said, but you believe it, right? I think you got the syndrome and don't know it.
You apparently think I do.
Amazing. Somebody told me. But anyway, at 11 a.m., right after the Hake Report, all right? And you can support the Fallen State. You can become a member and all kind of good stuff there, right on the YouTube channel of the Fallen State. And JesseLeePeters.locals.com. Let me go quickly back to the busy phones. This is Open Line Friday. I want to go back to Andrea. I think, is that right, Nick? Andrea?
Andrea.
It looked like Andrea. Andrea, so
Yes.
When you say you feel guilty about the things you have done, who feel guilty? Who are you?
I have zero answer except for I feel like what I'm supposed to say is an empty capsule. I don't these feelings I can't control, you know. I'm the type that if I know ruffles or feathers or ruffles, I just freak out. The most non-confrontational that, you can get.
Who is telling whom that you are guilty? Who's saying that to you? Who is saying that to whom?
It's all in my thoughts.
And so why are you calling your thoughts you?
That is a great question. I know better. I'm learning to know better. This is new. I found you maybe 5 months ago, so I believe everything. It was just like the most eye-opening when I found you, and I believe, or I know that it's right what you say, and that thoughts are not our thoughts, and that they're lies, but they're still there, right? And I get lost in them sometimes.
Yeah.
Every day still, actually.
Well, there is no you to feel guilty. And when you say, I feel guilty, all you're doing is building another false identity, and you're taking that on and just making it difficult for you to let go because you're just taking on another false identity, and that's keeping you in hell. There's no one there to feel guilty, and because if you stay with it, you will come to know this. The real you has never done anything wrong. It's the false you that's been doing wrong, and you've been calling it you. And God knows that about you. You just don't know that. And so God is not holding anything against you because there's nothing for you to feel guilty about. You've never done wrong.
Thank you.
You just believe a lie because you don't know that something else has made a home in your imagination, and it's been driving you. And ever since your mother traumatized you, you ran into that imagination, and you've been calling that you.
That I believe. I remember being a kid in my head thinking, I've got 10 more years of this, like when I was 8 years old.
Yeah.
So that's... And I don't cry anymore, by the way.
I cried over you. What a fool I've been. Now's your time to cry over me. Yeah. There's no reason to cry. When she's crying, she's lying.
She's lying. I know it. I know it. Now it's like, don't you dare cry, then you're going to be a liar.
Yeah. When women go to court and pretend a man raped them or did something to them, the first thing they do is start crying.
Right.
Because they want to control, they want false sympathy, and so they cry, and they're lying.
Yes.
So because of time, have you apologized to your children for screwing them up?
Yes.
What'd your husband say about, did you apologize to your husband too?
So their dad and I divorced when they were just very small.
So you did just what your mother did?
Yes, I did.
Your mother ran your father off and you ran your husband off.
That's correct.
Oh, man.
Yes. Yes. He's been very prominent in their lives, where my dad, it was literally like my mom said, you don't ever have to write another child support check if you just leave. And he left the state.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So did you apologize to your kids?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
And what's interesting is they both, say they forgive me, but I can't help but think that those deep-rooted feelings are there.
Yeah, they feel,
because they are
Mom,
for
you
me.
didn't do anything wrong.
Yes, they say, no, you're wrong, Mom. But no, I know they have what I have.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So I won't give up on them.
Well, you've apologized. Now you just work on yourself. You can't do anything about them. You can't change them. They're adults. If they want to live in their misery, if they want to live in their illusion, leave them there and you just continue to work on you, and maybe they'll see the light in you, and maybe that'll help them. But you cannot change them, so don't even try.
Okay.
You can't even change your own nature, so how can you help somebody else?
Exactly. That's, you say, don't ever, 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 ever try to convince anybody of anything.
Right.
And that is words I live by.
Right
I
on.
just keep the mouth shut and let them learn, and see for themselves.
Absolutely.
Because I know I'm changing. So
Right on.
Yeah.
So because of time, are you doing the silent prayer and all that?
I knew you were going to ask. I've only done it once, and I need to get better at that. So
you're not gonna get a prize until you obey the rules. And the rules are: seek first the kingdom of God in His right way. Pray without ceasing, meaning stay present. You're not gonna get any reward until you follow the rules.
Okay.
God, the truth is not gonna change for you. It's not gonna alter the truth in any way because you refuse to do what the rule says. And you will not get the prize. You will not be rewarded until you listen and obey the truth. It's not okay. It's just not going to change.
Okay.
And you will not get the reward. You got to do the silent prayer, and you got to practice being present.
Okay.
And you must forgive.
Forgive and do the silent prayer.
Yes.
Okay. I will do those things. I know that I will. Yeah.
All right. Shaking your boots, but face your mother.
I'm not shaking anymore right now.
I mean, like with your mother when you go to face
yes.
her. And don't worry about, don't let the devil tell you, you're going to hurt a feeling. You're going to bring up old stuff. Don't pay attention. The devil trembles at the idea that you may forgive and that you may be still and let the truth take over. It doesn't want that. It scares evil to death to think that now that you won't be hooping and hollering, carrying on like those little Christians do in the church, that you're now going to be still and let the spirit of truth take over. The devil doesn't want that. So he'll try to talk you out of it. Don't fall for it.
I won't fall for it.
All right.
I won't fall for it. Thank you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, and thank you again for the amazing Great White Hope shirt.
You're welcome.
Thank you. All right.
All right. Bye.
Bye now. Amazing. 888-7753-773. Super chat. Let me go to Roff, why a first-time caller out of Oregon, while James is coming in. Roff, you're on the air.
Hey, I love you, Lee. You kind of changed my life a long time ago. I didn't realize open conversation was still around. Is this Jesse Lee Peterson?
Yes, sir.
God, I love you, man.
Thank you.
I had this question a while ago. Still true. Why do so many, unfortunately, white people hate themselves?
Because they've been turned away. Because they've been turned away from their fathers, and they have anger, and they cannot see.
But a lot of them still have the fathers and everyone around.
I know, but the father can be in the home, and the mother can still turn the children away from the father because the father doesn't know how to deal with the mother, and he doesn't see what's going on. And he could be in the home and afraid of his own wife, catering to his wife because he's married his mother, and because he never overcame his mother, he doesn't know how to deal with his wife, and so the wife becomes the mother, and he becomes the boy, just as his father was.
And that is so real.
Yeah.
That is so real because a lot of people have lost what life is or
yes.
Okay.
But that's why they won't speak up to the blacks or anything, is that they too have fear. They've been separated from the father.
These last interviews you've had, I just kind of feel sorry. I mean, I'm not judging. I'm not saying anything.
I
But
understand.
these people are calling in and having these ideas, and it's like they're not victims, but they didn't try.
But if you're asleep like that, and all people are asleep until they wake up, right? Until the truth wake them up, they believe they're a victim. The world tells them that they are. Their parents tell them that they are in one form or another, and they believe another lie that they're victims, and so they think that there's something that they need to overcome, not knowing that it's not them.
Do you think a bunch of it is social programming? I know this sounds
Of course,
ridiculous, but
absolutely, they've been programmed by their parents to fail in life, and then they go out into the world asleep. They're programmed by the world to fail in life. Absolutely.
Jesse, I want to tell you something. I'm 44 years old, and the best parents I know are two single men. I actually know a couple other families, but
yeah,
and they have gotten their stuff together. They have literally figured out life, and it's tough and it's rough.
In the good old
And they
days,
figured
when
it
boys
out.
were boys and men were men, if there was a divorce in the family, the children were left with the father, not the mother, because they understood the mother psychologically and emotionally could not raise children.
You won't believe this. Both are males.
Yeah.
And have done something I've never understood humanly thought possible. So why do you think white men are so unbelievably, I don't want to say this word because it's terrible, but considered bad idea?
I'm sorry?
Why are so many single fathers still considered bad parents, although they have some of the best children I've ever seen over the last 15 years?
Because men, even in their fallen nature and fallen state, are sons of God. And evil hate this God, so evil hate men. And it goes after men by using the woman, using the court system, using the imagination to go after men in an attempt to destroy God. They're destroying the sons of God. Even a beta male is still a son of God. He's just lost in the wilderness, and he has to find his way back home to the Father. And so men are hated because they represent good, and women are love-hated because they represent evil, and women are used for evil.
And they are strong and respected.
Yeah, but the women are not strong. It's just that men are weak.
No. I'm saying the men that have raised multiple children by themselves are strong and then become respected. And they get a whole lot of love, which I find amazing.
You're absolutely
it's something
right.
It's something I didn't think would happen in Eugene, Oregon.
Yeah.
Which is one of the most progressive, ridiculous areas of all time. And it's truth.
How are you doing?
I'm learning. I finally found one.
Are you working on yourself?
Yeah.
Have you forgiven your mother?
It's hard not to forgive her. I mean, she's on her last legs.
Have you gone and forgiven your mother?
Yeah, absolutely. My mother was amazing.
And what did you say to her when you went to her?
I just saw her 3 days ago, and she is 78 years old and kind of withering away, and it's very sad to see.
What did you say to her?
I'm not sure what to do in the future.
What did you say to your mother when you went and forgave her?
I'm never going to forgive my mother because she was pretty amazing.
So
she was a Catholic.
You didn't forgive your mother for what she done to you?
She didn't do anything to me.
Amazing.
I did everything to me because of my open... Do you want to hear the real story, Jesse?
Because of time, why you don't want to be free from your misery?
I am free from my misery,
Oh, okay.
but it took a long time. I've had to deal with abortion. I've had to be the guy on the other side of abortion. It's been a really hard time my entire life. And
Have
now
you-
I find my real love. I've
Have you
finally
dropped your
found
anger?
someone I want to be with.
Have you dropped your anger?
Absolutely.
Okay. Roff,
can I tell you
because of
something real
time,
soon?
Because of time, I got to run. Call me again. I'm looking at the clock. The clock's of Pat. You got to forgive your mother. There's no way around that. Super chat.
Super chats.
Kevin, pardon me. Kevin says tithe on a tip on Cash App. That's Bond JLP on Cash App.
Thank you. Amazing.
And Jack, double exclamation mark emoji on Cash App. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
T. Smith says for coffee and hearts around the smiley.
Thank
on
you.
Cash App.
Amazing. Thank you.
Identity Christ is bought a coffee. That's buymeacoffee.com/JLP Talk. I bet Nick a nickel that vinegar and Nicorette gum made Schwarzenegger's knee grow while Naggers snicker in Nicaragua. I just wanted to hear Hake say that because we love the blacks, says he. And pardon me, I stumbled over the reading.
I'm telling you, I didn't understand anything about that.
I bet Nick a nickel that vinegar and Nicorette gum made Schwarzenegger's knee grow while Naggers snicker in Nicaragua. I felt it was worth reading again.
Thank you.
Thank you,
well.
Jesse and crew, for playing a huge part in my growth and search for truth.
By
Happy
the way,
Black Friday.
right on. Thank you. I mean, Roff, you're not going to find love in anybody, buddy. Just for you to know. It's not like you felt about a woman or something.
Oh, Roff.
Yeah,
yes,
Roff.
the caller.
Yeah, go ahead.
Thank you. Identity Christ is. Happy Black Friday to you. And I hope that I don't get JLP's channel in trouble. I disclaim.
Nice.
Anthony on Cash at Black Friday. Come on, people. It's not your pool. What the?
What? Amazing. Thank you.
How old were Epstein ladies? Where were the parents? Asks Anthony. Some of them were in their 20s and say they were groomed.
What Epstein lady?
The ladies, the female accusers.
I haven't seen it. I heard about it, but I haven't not seen any reports on it anywhere.
Oh, yeah. Well, there was reports all over everywhere the past couple of days.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
I have not heard. I heard about it from you guys around here.
Yeah.
But I've not seen anything.
You need to watch more CNN.
Evidently.
I disclaim.
Thank you.
Anthony says, if Derek is little coon Nazi, what is Hake? Baby Hitler. Shout out to Earl.
Shout out. Thank you.
Shout out to Earl. Shout out to Earl. Wherever he may be.
Thank you.
Thank you, Anthony. Blunt wit, working to live and not the other way around. Here's hoping for a good weekend. GL, everyone. American flag emoji.
Amazing. Thank you.
The Thought Watcher. Jesse, I'm in and out of thoughts all day. It's exhausting. And what do I realize? You can't stay present and in your head at the same time.
That's for sure.
Interesting.
That's right.
Very generous One Mad Chameleon 1 on Rumble.
Thank you.
All right. Well, we'll have to read the rest of your super chats later, guys. Thank y'all.
That's why I was rushing. I was trying to get to all of them.
All
We'll
right.
take a break. One more hour to go. We'll finish up the super chats as well. And your phone call. Hate news, not the fake news. And I'll be back in a moment. Check out my book, For Raised to Responsibility. I show you how I was able to overcome anger. The spirit of anger was taken away from me. I had it. And as a result of having anger, I was insecure. I had doubt, worry, fear. I was in a fallen state and didn't know it. And it wasn't until I went and forgave my mother who tried to turn me away from my father. I forgave my father for not being there and returned back to him. My spirit connected with his spirit, and through him, I was able to return to God. And I have perfect peace. Perfect love casts out anger. And when anger is gone, fear and doubt, worry, insecurity, suicidal thoughts, all of that is gone. And you are free. Amazon.com, Barnes & Noble, or if you want an autographed copy, you can go to my website at rebuildingtheman.com or call 800-411-BOND.
some serious mess going on in the world. Gerrymandering in California and or Texas. It's a question. I don't know. That's a communist buzzword, gerrymandering, seemingly. And the Texas flood bill signed for the Christian camp victims. Heaven's 27 or something like that. Those 27 camp girls that were in that flood zone in central Texas or wherever. Caitlin Clark is out for she's the sole WNBA star. Maybe there's one other who's like a lesser star, a dark star. And but she's injured for the rest of the season, they say. She's out for the WNBA. Angry Philly Eagles USA, allegedly angry. Football player Jalen Carter allegedly spit at a Dallas Cowboys quarterback, Dak Prescott, and got in his face, and he's sorry. This is the end of hour 2 of the Jesse Lee Peterson Show. It is Black Friday. Everybody loves Fridays. Everybody loves the blacks. It's also Get It Off Your Chest Day. There's one line open. You can call in right now. Hang tight, callers and listeners. We will get to more of your super chats and your calls and perhaps more great stories. But it is Hake News, not fake news. After the Jesse Lee Peterson Show, the Hake Report, and then the Fallen State with that scientist who is also a Christian. Very cool. Dr. What's his name? And then American Anchor Baby flying. Pretty cool. Pretty awesome. All right. And then Church with Jesse Lee Peterson on Sunday. Shout out to the men. A great men's forum last night. rebuildingtheman.com/events. If you want to check up and see about men's forums and women's forums. We post the announcements in the days leading up to those. Pretty cool. Commie Nonsense Network, CNN, reports that officials in the Justice Department weighing the proposals to limit the so-called rights of so-called transgender people to possess firearms. Per 2 officials familiar with discussions, one official said DOJ leadership considering using their authority to declare people who misidentify as so-called transgender are mentally ill and thus can lose their Second Amendment so-called rights. What a mess, huh? I'm afraid of the mental ill thing because as JLP says, anyone with anger is mentally ill. And so what if they agree and then take away everybody's gun because everybody's angry, except only JLP gets a gun? What a mess. And Trump. Except Trump is a felon, so he doesn't get a gun. What a mess. Terrible. Anyway, the talks appear to build on an idea that's gained currency in conservative media since the mass shooting at Annunciation Catholic Church in Minneapolis. Killed 2 children and injured 21 last month. Police said the attack was carried out by a so-called transgender so-called woman. And yet, of the more than 5,700 mass shootings committed in the United States between 2013 and today, only 5 shooters were confirmed as so-called transgender, says Mark Bryant, founding executive director of the Gun Violence Archive. Maybe they should take away the Second Amendment so-called rights of the blacks? Terrible, though, because we need the innocent blacks to be armed, and the guilty ones need to be in jail. Anyway, gerrymandering, Texas and California aren't the only states where lawmakers are trying to manipulate congressional maps in a way that will favor their party and disenfranchise voters. Give me a break. Now the Republican-controlled Missouri legislature redrawing their state maps in order to target one Democrat-held seat in the U.S. House before next year's midterm elections. Trump and his allies pushed GOP lawmakers to engage in so-called gerrymandering to prevent Democrats from taking control of the House during the final 2 years of Trump's presidency. That would be awesome, to have midterms not turn the Congress against Trump. Congress is already basically against Trump because they're a bunch of rhinos. Anyway, Republicans have a supermajority in the Missouri legislature. Likely a new map will be approved. We'll see if some judge or court overturns the rights of America. I'm James Hake. Now back to JLP. Final hour.
have to stand up strong, face the truth about themselves, to understand what went wrong. I know we can find a way. I know we can find a way. I know we can find a way to stand up, stand up, stand up.
Uniting the races with truth instead of dividing them with lies. We're also rebuilding the family by rebuilding the man. I am Jesse Lee Peterson. Third hour already. What the? And it is Friday. You can get involved by calling 888-7753, 773-888-77-JESSE. Jesse, Jesse. And the biblical question is amazing. How do you know when you are spiritual? How do you know when you are spiritual? We have every way that you can watch and support the show listed on jesseleepeterson.com/show, jesseleepeterson.com/show. And if you're out and about, doing whatever it is you're doing, you can still listen to the show. We are heard around the world by everybody and their mother or mama from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. Pacific time. Amazing. So you can be listening to the show, you can podcast, but you can listen on your phone by calling the listen line on TalkStream Live at 605-615-4131. 605-615-4131. And to donate and have your comments read out loud, go to buymeacoffee.com/JLP Talk. buymeacoffee.com/JLP Talk. Or Bond JLP Cash App. Bond JLP Cash App. It's Friday. Get it off your chest Friday. It's Friday. Express yourself Friday. It is Friday because we love the blacks. It is /Black Friday as well. That was then when the good old boys were boys and girls were girls. And this is now when it's love the blacks.
You do make disparaging remarks towards black people.
Be black.
I want to make sure we agree on that first.
No, we disagree.
Hold on.
I want to ask. Well, and the things that you do, I just like I say, I want to hate you, but something won't let me.
Hey,
what?
What's wrong with the blacks? Amazing. So, a spiritual battle. Did you hear that? We played this soundbite of a guy by the name of Rampage Jackson. No, his name was Raja Jackson, who is the son of Rampage Jackson, right? And this Raja guy was accused and allegedly went up on this platform and attacked and beat up a white man. And now they're saying that his father disowned him. According to the report, he's done with his son for acting that way. According to the report, New York Post is reporting that UFC legend Rampage Jackson has cut contact with his son, Raja, and called for his arrest. Jackson told the show host on Wednesday, he dishonored my name. Watch this from X.
Are you at all worried about his well-being?
Yeah, it's my son. I am worried about his well-being. How many kids you got?
I got 3.
All right. So why you asking me some stupid shit?
Well, can I be real with you?
Yeah.
I can't imagine what it would feel like to see my son do that. I also don't think I would cut my son off if he did that. So if you are worried about his well-being, why are you not talking to him?
Because he dishonored my name. And
But he's still your son.
No, listen. I'm not cutting him off forever. I just haven't talked to him.
But this is the worst moment of his life. He needs you now more than ever.
No, listen, I talked to him after this happened, and he hid the fact that he did this shit. And, you know, he put my other kids at danger based off what the other people said. And I just can't talk to him right now. I just can't.
Amazing. What do you think about that, Nick? Anchorman? That he cut it off his son because he dishonored his name.
Well, I mean, just hearing you say that sounds silly, but I'm not entirely even sure what he's thinking. I mean, he said it sounds from when you say that, it sounds like he's cut him off. I never want to talk to him again. But then I watched the clip here a little bit. It sounds like, oh, I just haven't talked to him yet, so I don't know if he even planned it. Right. Anyways, let me just respond to that statement, though. I think that's silly. I mean, dishonor your name.
And why do you think that's silly?
Yeah, because you're making the situation about something that's not real, your name and the dishonoring of it. That's not happening at all. That's not even reality. What happened was with his son and then that physical event. So
amazing. Also, it seems like the father is as angry as the son is. He's mad at his son because his son just honored the name. Now, if the father wanted to cut him off, that's fine, but it just sounds like the father is angry too.
That's an interesting point. I've seen some of them, their streams and stuff, and Rampage has this. I saw one thing where he got offended by somebody saying something to him once, like in a similar way. I have to say.
Well, he seemed angry at the host there, asking him the questions. He seemed angry there. And I don't know what that means, though I have heard it before. How can somebody dishonor your name? You make a good point, Anchorman. What do y'all think about this?
'Cause the dishonor name thing is supposed to be like, like a family thing sometimes, like how to be decent and all that. But someone saying that is because that's gone. There is no decent family members. Like you're saying that because that you don't have that.
That's interesting. What do y'all think about it? Hate said it sounds like a Bruce Lee quote. You've dishonored my family, and you've dishonored the Shaolin
Temple.
Shaolin Temple. That's a movie quote, drama. And so I'm being told by Hate, this guy said that, but because he's not a Chinese. Only Chinese people care about honoring their families. What a mess. 888. What do y'all think about that? It sounds like a mess. The father seems as angry as the son, though. He may not be. It just seems like he is. But he may not be. Let me go quickly let me go to the busy phone and more of your super chats here. Let me go to Josh. Josh been waiting for a while out of Texas. Josh, you are on the air.
Hey, what's up, Jesse? How you doing, brother? Good morning.
All this well.
Jesse, when you played the clip of the Khalid and the whole Allahu Akbar Palestine rally that they have in here in the United States, man, that blew my mind. Yeah. Like, the way that these people have just snuck in here, and it's so sad that black people don't realize that this is the only place we got. This is it. There's no other place for us to go.
Yeah.
We fought to get here. They holler about how we built, and we're self-sabotaging ourselves because the only ally that we have over here now is the white man. The white man is the only friend we got, the only person that's going to help us. But these foreigners have tricked us into attacking the only person that we have. And the karma that black people is going to have is when all these foreigners come to your door, The only person that's going to be able to help you is that same white man that you've been trashing, you've been spitting in, you've been attacking. That's the only person that's going to save you. These people over here preaching foreign wars and we don't care anything about the war you got going on in that country, and you done brought it to the United States, and you want to stand up here and you want us to fight your battle for you against Jews in the United States. And nobody is looking at this and say, man, these women are completely out of control. One thing it does show me is women are out of control in every race, every culture, because these are the people that's in the forefront. They're teaching our kids to hate the country that they're in, but then they flood our government of the country that they hate and then change the laws for their country and their culture. And then we're just sitting here talking about, yeah, we hate America. Black people, you have lost your mind. And the good black people, what we need to start doing is when you see somebody white, just do something nice. Just smile for them, open the door, show them that all black people are not like that, because those are the only allies that we are going to have. There are too many foreigners over here right now, and we have completely lost sight of it, and they are erasing American history. I don't care about the white man and what he thought before. That's what built this nation. You're taking monuments down, statues down, throwing a fit, and then they're throwing their flags up and their monuments up, and then they put some flat black ladies. They keep doing these statues of these fat black ladies, and the black ladies are like, yeah, women empowerment. Why can't they present you in a better light, in a better manner, and you're not seeing that they're making fun and making a mockery of us right in our face, and y'all are helping to destroy us, and you're helping to sabotage us.
It's amazing. It's amazing that I've noticed over the last 70 years, whenever a group come promoting evil, like abortion, women's rights, abortion, the radical homosexuals and lesbians, and whatever, and now they have the Allah Akbar people, whenever they come and they're promoting evil, they always include the black in it, black as a part of it, and the black goes along with it. It doesn't seem like they care that they are being used for evil. And these people don't care anything about the blacks at all. They just use their so-called civil rights movement in order to get what they want. They don't care about the blacks at all. And the blacks don't seem to care that they are being used for evil, not for good, but for evil. They seem to be happy with that.
They're not paying attention because they're so caught up on shiny things and just a little bit of power. These black women that are in the Congress and these other women that are in Congress, they give these people a little bit of power. They pay them to be in these positions, and because they speak and somebody's listening, that's all they want. Just a little bit of ego. And they are ruining everything. And there's no men. Where are the men that step up and say, okay, that's enough, sister, or let me speak for the cause? All these radical causes, there's no men in the forefront or even standing behind the women that's giving a masculine voice. These are all women, radical, and these people that have paid these women to be in place, they don't care about their causes. As soon as they're done with them, they going to trash them just like Jasmine Crockett, and she going to be back to where she was, and she going to realize they never really cared about you. They just use you to propagate a certain image and to do certain things, and once you're done and you destroy, then they're going to come in. But the men are going to stand up. Black men are going to stand up, and as soon as they think they're going to come in, we're going to silence them black women. We're going to tell them sit down, and we're going to stand up, and we're going to ally with the white man, and we're going to get some of this stuff in order, because there's too many foreigners here, and there's nothing wrong with being American and saying, hey, we don't want that here. This is our country. We believe in God. If you don't have to come here.
Yeah, I appreciate it, Josh. You're right on the money, man. Thank you.
No problem, baby. You have a great, great weekend, baby. And we here, baby. Happy Black Friday.
Black Friday. Thank you, buddy. Amazing. Absolutely. Amazing. Let me go to Alex out of Texas. Alex, you're on the air.
How you doing, Jesse?
All is well.
The great Black Hope.
Oh, amazing.
It's Black Friday, but I'm not black.
Go ahead.
Hey, so I watched the Matt Gaetz interview. And I thought it was interesting that Matt Gaetz has so much anger. I wanted to know if you had, you observed the same when you were talking to him.
I did, and I was surprised that he had that too. But he also think that he need that, and that's what motivates him, and that is normal. And so it seemed to be what angry people who are unwilling to see that anger is wrong. They think that being angry is a normal state of being, and it's not. And so maybe Matt will rethink it now that we've talked about it. Maybe he'll take a look at it, but he think that that's what he needs to motivate him, and that if he was not angry or didn't get angry about the situation, that he doesn't feel like he would get up and do anything about it, or at least try to do something about it. And a lot of people think that way, Alec. It's amazing.
Right, and I thought it was, very interesting that Matt is a, so-called leader of the conservatives, and somehow he hasn't received this message. Like, I don't see how the conservatives can make any progress if this is the kind of leadership that, we're given these days. I'm not too familiar with Gaetz other than, what I saw with your interview, but I just observed that, and,
Well,
I don't know
politicians, with Donald Trump, politicians are angry because conservative politicians are educated too, and they have the same anger nature that a liberal has. They just, one call themselves a liberal and the other one call themselves a conservative, but they're still angry, and that's why they can't see how to solve anything. If it wasn't for Donald Trump, nothing would be done on the so-called Republican conservative side of the fence. They wouldn't be doing anything but going along with the Democrats because they desire power and wealth too, because they're angry.
So it sounds like you believe that if you sat down with Trump, he might convey that he operates without anger and closer to the nature of God.
Well, I don't know what he would say. I would have to wait and see. That's why I would like, if it's meant to be, I would like to have a discussion with him to see what's driving him, to see how he sees things and what he thinks. But I don't see anger driving him. I see perfect love driving the great white hope.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, I wanted to observe that with you about Matt Gaetz, being so angry, because it seems like he's a mama's boy. Like, I could just see it coming through the interview. I could just tell that, any little thing might get him all emotional. But,
he even admitted, though, that he has the anger, but he believed that it's necessary. He believed that, he even said in the interview that that's what motivates him. It's the anger that he has to get. And even as we were speaking, he thought of some situation, or maybe I spoke of it, and he's like, that alone make me angry. Oh, I think we were talking about Rashid Khalid or somebody. He said that made me.
Omar.
Yeah, he said that made me angry. So he think, and maybe again he may change his mind, but he think that anger is necessary in order to be motivated to get up and do something. Because he asked me, we were talking about it after the show, and he was like, well, if I don't have anger, who will I be? And that's what most people believe. If I don't have anger, who will I be? Because they think that they are the anger.
Right. They identify with the emotions
Yeah.
and the thoughts as well.
Absolutely.
But as you teach us, we need to let go.
Right. None of those things, and that's what Christ was referring to when he said, in order to have a life, you must give up a life. And that you don't have to be you any longer. You don't have to be angry. You don't have to be in fear. You don't have to have this false identity that you can overcome it. You have to let it go.
I have another question for you. I've noticed that, you have a giant audience, and yet, like, it almost seems like your audience can't grasp your message because they keep calling in with the same types of questions and problems. Like,
it's new. They're finally starting to find something that makes sense, and so when they call in, they just want more information, more insight on that. And so make sure you don't judge them when you hear them call in, because it makes you worse than them.
right. I observe it. I try not to judge because I'm in the same camp as them. I'm here calling and trying to understand as well.
Yeah.
And it fascinates me the worship of Jesus Christ that is so prevalent, and I'd say overall the entire formation of Christianity, it seems counter to what the man himself was trying to teach. I don't think he would be very accepting of he's Jesus, so he'd accept, but I'm not sure that the Christians are in line with what Jesus intended.
And what do you mean by the worship of Jesus Christ?
Well, Jesus never claimed to be God.
Are you saying you worship Jesus?
I do not worship Jesus.
Well, make sure you don't judge the new caller. We got a bunch of new callers and things like that too, because you may think that you're high on the horse, and I can't believe that these people not get it, and you're judging them, and that makes you worse than what they are. So don't judge the new callers or the older callers, because they're seeking. And if you have love and understanding, you will be patient with that. Thank you, Alex. I totally appreciate it. Let me go to Florida and talk to, is it CALLIE out of Florida? CALLIE, you are on the air.
Jesse. How you doing, Jesse?
All is well.
Oh, good. I was calling to let you know that I did forgive my mother.
How did it go? You went to her?
Yeah, I did.
And what did you say to her?
I forgave her for everything that went on with my dad and stuff, and she got like real ticked off, like it's not my fault, and I don't really agree with that. And I heard you say don't argue with the devil, so
right.
It's kind of easy to just drop it. And I haven't really been. Sorry, I'm a little out of breath. I was working, so. Whew,
Catch your breath.
But
catch my breath. Ain't no turning back. Let go.
Okay. And so I've been working on myself for several months now, and even my children and husband have noticed a difference. And my little guy, he's 5. He said, I'd asked him, again to do something, and he said, "Are you mad?" I said, "No, I'm not mad, but I'm telling you to do this." He goes, "You haven't been mad in a really long time." And I said, "Oh, is that good or bad?" He said, "That's good." So I thought that was cool.
Yeah, absolutely. Kids want to be able to love their parents, and they can't deal with parents who are evil. And any parent that gets angry is evil, and the kids can't handle that.
Yeah, that really resonated with me when you say if you're angry, you can't be close to God. It's impossible. It's so true.
Yeah.
And anytime someone is yelling, carrying on, and mad, you can see the demons coming out of them. If you just observe and are silent, then there's a moment where they kind of realize they're the only ones carrying on. Excuse me. And so it's been good. I've been trying to get my husband to watch you. He's tuned in a little bit, and then you say, don't worry about helping anybody else. You can't even help yourself. So
yeah,
I suggest it. It's kind of funny because you say, beta males have girls first. So I said, is that your problem? Is that why you don't like them? but he actually, I think that the difference that he's seeing in me is making him more open to it. Yeah. And then this morning, as we were talking, sitting on our porch having coffee, he's talking again. I said, what I notice is you live in the past a lot. Like about most of your stories, if you want to tell me anything, it's literally the past. You can't just like be here. Like be right here in this moment, drink coffee, listen to the birds, like just be here in this moment. And, he asked me like, you think I live in the past because I'm missing my brother? His brother passed away, so the anniversary of that is coming up. And I said, no, just like in general. Just the thing is, I don't even think you're aware that you do it.
Yeah.
Like I don't even think people notice that.
It's amazing.
They're just going.
It's amazing to me that somebody will remember the anniversary of a death of someone else. I lost 2 of my brothers, 3 now. But I don't even know when they died. I don't remember. I think it's like 2 years ago, maybe 3 now. Why would you want to? What made people remember and celebrate the death of somebody like that? That doesn't make sense to me.
Right. It keeps you stuck. It keeps you in them bad feelings too, and you can't even think clearly when you're grieving all the time. Like, how are you going to be grieving about something that happened years ago?
A good point. That doesn't even make sense. But people love thrills, so they find anything to get a thrill from.
Yes, sir.
And so they sit and they think about the death of mama or daddy or brother or sister, and so they feel like, oh, I really miss them, I love them, and it's all a thrill. It's not true. It's just an ego thrill.
Right. It's almost like when they die, you only remember the good about them, not the bad. But then it's the same if you lose a boyfriend or a girlfriend, break up. You only remember the good stuff.
Yeah.
You don't remember why you broke up.
That's right.
All the bad stuff. But, I did forgive my father.
And even the good stuff that they quote, remember, those are not even good stuff. They call that good, but it's not good.
Yes. I understand.
But anyway, you're about to mention your father. Go ahead.
Yeah, so I didn't really think I had to forgive my father because we were very close, but he had died a couple years ago, and so I had the opportunity where we were at the cemetery, and I was alone, so I did forgive my father, and it was like a huge change.
Right on.
And after that, I was just kind of sitting there doing a silent prayer, and then the first phone call I got was my kid said she had a flat tire. I said, daggone it. Like, I feel like there's times where you get ripped out of that peace by stupid worldly things. But whereas used to be, I would get really upset about it. Like, oh, I got to go do this now. But now it's just like a little bump in the road, a little obstacle. And these little schemes of the devil, once you see, you can kind of see them. You can see them more. Whereas instead of being reactionary, you're just like, it is what it is. Let's get it fixed, and it's done.
That's right. Isn't that amazing?
It is amazing. I really thank you for everything you do, and it's been cool finding you. I feel like a lot of these things I had known in my heart, but I didn't know how to articulate it. And then once you said it, it was just so evident, like, boom, there it is, and it's the truth. And I knew it was the truth the moment you said it.
Because you already know the truth. The truth is in you, and you just forgot. And now you're starting to remember the truth. Amazing. Thank you.
Yes,
I got to take a break. Thank you so much, all right? Stay with it.
Yes, sir. Have a good day. All right. Bye-bye.
Right now, Treasure Chest open on D Live and also on Stretch Off on JesseLeePeterson.rumble.
Pill.net.
Oh, Jesse Lee Peter on Pill.net.
The scratch offs are on Pill.net.
Scratch off on Pill.net. Back in a moment.
And I forgave my mom, and I forgave my father. And it's like right after that, everything just changed in my life, and I was able to get a good job, and I moved out, and I live on my own now, and everything has just changed. And I just want to say thank you, and I appreciate you for spreading that message. It really is a positive message.
Amazing. That's good, man. I want people to know God love us in ways that there are no words to express, because you have nothing to compare it to, right? Stay with the silent prayer. You haven't seen anything yet. It gets better. Thinking about my interview with Matt Gaetz, the ex-congressman, and he just believed anger is what motivates him, and it just sounded like he was mad about the stuff. He just believed anger is what motivates. Like most people believe they need to be angry. They need that emotion, that anger to make them get up or motivate them to do something. Welcome back, 888-77-JESSE. Quick announcement, busy day. It's Friday. Right after my show, The Hake Report is coming up. Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. Pacific time. The Hake Report. The Hake Report. Check it out. Monday through Friday. And then after The Hake Report, brand new episode of the FallenState.tv. I had an amazing conversation with the Dr. John G. West, author, scientist, a Christian, and the vice president of the Discovery Institute in Seattle, Washington. He has a brand new book coming out called Stockholm Syndrome, Christianity. Watch this.
Next time on The Fallen State.
What you have with Stockholm Syndrome Christians is they're becoming missionaries from the culture to their fellow Christians. People end up adopting the point of view of their cultural captors.
Where did you get the idea about the Trinity? Because it's not in the Bible anywhere.
John 1 clearly teaches Jesus was God.
There's no proof of anything that you said, but you believe it, right? I think you got the syndrome and don't know it.
You apparently think I do.
It was fun. At 11 a.m. today, a brand new episode of The Fallen State. And again, you can support the Fallen State right there by becoming a member and all that good stuff, all right? Or on locals.com. And then after the FallenState.tv, the American Anchor Baby. The American Anchor Baby. Flying high, a pilot, not off pot, not off fentanyl, not off depression drugs or whatever they give you, but natural energy given to him by God. At 12, a little after 12 maybe, it all depends on what time the Fallen State goes off on Friday for him. So check it out, the American Anchor Baby, around 12 p.m., and check it out. All right. And then Sunday morning fellowship for all. Doors open at 10:30. The meeting starts at 11 a.m. Pacific time. You can go to rebuildingtheman.com/church, rebuildingtheman.com/church, or for more information. Let me go quickly to Rick out of Hampton, Virginia. Rick, You are on the air.
Man, my brother, JLP, everybody and their mama will listen to the Jesse Lee Peterson show for knowledge today, brother.
Amazing.
For sure.
Thank you, man.
You know, man, I just want to comment on. There's also golly. I want to comment on Rampage Jackson. What's that now?
You said golly. I haven't heard that in a long time.
Yeah, man.
Black people say golly.
Hey, you know, that's one of my words, and I always used to say, man. You know, that was just my signature introduction, like when you get me on the show, if you will.
There you go.
But anyway, I just want to comment on Rampage Jackson's son. You know, like if I'm an athlete, I don't expect my son to be an athlete either. You know what I mean? If that's his calling, God bless his soul. But if God called him to be a dentist or maybe an engineer, I still would love him. I would accept that.
So now, are you saying that Rampage Jackson want his son to be a fighter as well?
You know, I don't know. I can't confirm or deny that.
Oh, but why did you say that?
I said that because it seemed like I don't know if that's the case or not. It's like the kids, they have this in heart that I have to be an athlete.
Well, it seems like Rampage is more angry at his son that he acted the way that he acted. And he didn't say it, so I don't know these people at all. They all new to me, but it sounded like he was embarrassed because he said his son dishonored his name for the way that he acted.
No, I agree with that. I definitely agree with that. I agree with that. I mean, and that's what I get out of it too.
He dishonored his father's name?
Well, not dishonor his name, but he was. This is how I interpret Rampage. He's upset with his son's behavior.
Right.
He didn't like the way he came out there. And my kids do that. He wants them to be accountable, and that's what I see when I hear Rampage Jackson was talking. Yeah. He was saying, "Look, I want him to be accountable." He know I haven't taught him this behavior. That's the attitude that seems coming out my mouth. But I wouldn't disown him because most times they are angry, and when you're angry, man, it seems like you have your hand in your face. You can't see nothing.
And why would you disown him?
No, I said I wouldn't disown him.
Why not?
I wouldn't.
Why not?
Well, because most times you have taught me a lot about anger. Once people sometimes settle down, let the smoke clears, then they want to talk to somebody. You know what I'm saying? And most time, it be the one that normally accepts them for who they are. Don't judge them. You know, that don't mean if you go up there and knock somebody upside the head and say, "Hey man, why you do that for?" I don't know why you did it, but that was not right. You're gonna wind up in jail.
I don't know how you dishonor somebody. I mean, dishonor.
Well, I guess he's looking like he brought shame to the family. I think that's what he's really trying to say. You brought shame to the family.
But how can you bring shame to the family when it's you doing what you're doing?
If you identify with him as part of your family and representing your family, that's a mindset of a lot of people. Like my show is The Hake Report. Imagine if my family were ashamed of the views expressed on The Hake Report do not represent the Hakes. Hey, stop that!
Rick,
you doing?
Rick.
No,
yes, sir. Jesse.
Boomer.
Who was doing that?
No, someone threw someone else on air.
Oh.
What happened?
Never mind. My bad. Forget what I just said.
Oh,
just ignore me.
Were you playing the show just now?
What did you say, Jesse?
Were you playing the show just now?
I can't hear you.
Oh, he can't hear us.
Were you playing the show?
Or me?
Oh, yeah. That was me, y'all. That's why I turned it off.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was me.
Why you turned on the show?
Well, I watched the show on the video. I like to watch the video, and then then when I get on the phone, I just turn the video off.
Were you able to hear Hake?
I heard a little of Hake.
So you can't hear me that well right now, as well as you hear Jesse?
I'm losing. It's like a staticky. I can't hear.
Interesting.
Can y'all hear? Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Okay, I can hear y'all, but it's like a some static. I don't know if it's on my end or not.
Can you hear
now
me?
I can hear you clear now. I can hear y'all clear, yes.
You can hear me
y'all clear now.
clearly?
Yes, I can, JLP.
Say something, hey.
Something. Is this staticky?
A little bit, hey. When James talks, it's a little staticky.
All right.
But I can make out
we'll
what he's saying,
troubleshoot
though.
off air some
Yeah,
other time.
we'll troubleshoot.
Thank you.
Okay. Good.
Okay.
Yes, so.
Well, you're right, Rick, and because of time, I got to run, but you're right about that. And I just don't know how somebody in your family can dishonor you because they're representing themselves. They're not representing you.
Well, it's a little ego thing, too, Jesse, you got to admit.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's say, like, if, I work for you. I'm on the JLP show. I'm one of the, contributors. And I go out here and beat somebody up, even though I did it. You didn't do it, but they know me because I'm on your show. And then it would bring some attention to you. But like you said, I didn't do it.
It won't bring no shame to me though. If that's that hate go out and mess up, I'll be like, oh, hate. Right. What's wrong with that boy?
Right. Exactly. You'll say that, but most people you know how the media does. You know how this liberal media does. They tend to put that pressure on you. Why would you hire him like that? Look, when somebody apply for a job, all you have is a resume.
Yeah.
Most people cook their resume, and you just go by the resume.
I'm not responsible for their action.
Right, but the liberal media makes it seem like that you're responsible for their action.
Yeah.
All I got is a resume.
That's right.
When I look at this guy's resume, I go by it, and if he got the experience I need, I'm going to hire him. I don't know what he does, when he go home after he leaves work, but
I'll give a darn what he does, Paul.
Absolutely. Same here.
Thank you, Rick. I got to run because of time,
Hey, love you guys, man. Thanks for taking my call, Jesse, man. I'll be talking about that, but like I said, there's so much to talk about in this liberal media, man. Blacks just got to stop being used. And, and only time you hear from us is conversation. Yeah, okay. All right, then. That'll be good. I'll talk to y'all.
All right,
have a good weekend. I'll see y'all for the church service show.
Thank
Sunday.
you. All right. Amazing. I want to give you a little bit more proof how the court treat men, and they believe a crying woman. From Fox 9, Brian Hooper Sr. spoke with a reporter after being released from prison for serving 27 years on a wrongful 1998 murder conviction. And then the woman confessed later that she did it. Watch it from X.
I feel great being home with my family after 27 years of a wrongful conviction. I could continue to live my life the best way I can, Hopefully, good things happen from here. That's what I'm looking forward to.
What's next for you then?
Spend time with my family, as much time as possible.
Would you be out if the woman in Georgia hadn't confessed?
That's a big question. But I should have been out a long time ago, when all the other individuals recanted. But apparently, it ain't enough when they tell the truth, but it's enough when they lie.
Amazing. The man don't have a chance if this is true. What a mess. 888-77-JESSE. Super chat.
Super chats. Over on YouTube, RA, what do you do when your husband bothers you while praying?
You cry about it.
After discovering betrayal, is there ever a time for righteous anger?
No. You don't even know. Stop thinking about righteous anger because you don't know if that is. But let's say you're doing the silent prayer and he interrupts. Just go and listen to him and then go back to your prayer. Don't make a big deal of it at all right? Just watch it. And you should be doing the prayer in front of him anyway, though. I don't understand that. Call me about that. I have a question about that. All right? Thank you, though.
Caesar or Cesar, 3 coffees. Biblical question answer.
What?
When?
How do you know when you are spiritual?
When you can do the silent prayer for 12 minutes or more, like I did this morning. Anything less than that means you're beta. Laughing face with tears. And you spelled it B-E-H. Just playing. My answer is when someone stops trying to live a certain way and is led by the spirit of truth that's within, he says.
Amazing.
Caesar.
Thank you. Amazing.
Sion, Jesse, you look sharp. Star eyes. You have a date? You better not have no date. I like the Matt Gaetz interview, but I saw a little cockiness in him and a beta way. LOL, he's not down to earth like you, Jesse.
Thank you, Sion. No, I don't have a date, and I love you back. Thank you.
Renesio, Jesse, I've been having existential issues, wondering if I'm spiritual, even doubting my existence. What's real? But then the city of Inglewood reminded me with 2 parking tickets that I am real and I do exist.
What a reminder, huh? Thank
Indeed.
you.
A wake-up call.
Yeah.
Base Nation, very generous. You knocked it out of the park at Matt Gaetz' show, Jesse.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
ALL, no message. Thank you.
Thank you.
Chillin' Lean, good morning, Jesse. Answer to the BQ.
How do you know when you're spiritual?
When you can see, as you say, that, quote, thoughts produce thoughts and spirits produce spirits.
Amazing. Thank you. I'll put my 2 cents on you. Thank you.
ALL, I believe Jesse will meet President Trump within 3 years.
I received that. Thank you.
Kale, some of my friends say there are certain things I don't understand because of my age, 24. Why do people do that?
Because they're blind, they can't see. Thank you.
You'll understand when you're older.
Yeah.
Pastor Chatterley on pilled.net/Jesse Lee Peterson. Gifted the can. Can we send Arnold Schwarzenegger to Nicaragua? What's Jesse's opinion?
Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Yes.
What did he do wrong?
I don't know. Just send him to Nicaragua.
Oh.
He didn't say what he did wrong.
Amazing.
Is there
I
something?
don't know.
Does it have to be something wrong you do? Is it a punishment to
And
go to
there's
Nicaragua?
Somebody said something wrong about something. Thank you.
3 coffees from someone. Hey, Jesse, I have a question. What is a black sheep? Why does God call them? Is there a purpose for them? Can you tell me what you know about this topic?
Well, black sheep it meant to me that you're part of a family or something, or a group of friends or whatever, but you just don't fit in. Even if you're not, they don't recognize you don't fit in. You know for some reason you don't fit in. That's what it means, black sheep. Amazing. Thank you.
Chris bought a coffee. I have an idea for the mess in Chicago. Find all the cops who actually care and deputize as FBI agents, infatuated the city from within. I don't think that that's the correct word, infatuated. Infiltrated the city from within? Not sure. Kind of like the Muslims are doing to America. Oh, cool. Sleeper cells of real cops.
Amazing. Thank you.
I'm interpreting. Thank you, Chris.
Yeah, thank you, Chris.
5 coffees from Eric. Rampage is always lying. I watched that interview. He switches up what he says to fit the situation. He's an actor. You can't be still while putting on a performance. Be real. Rampage wouldn't know the truth if it knocked all his teeth out. Drama masks emojis. Happy and sad.
So Rampage is the father to
Raja Jackson.
Raja Jackson. Amazing. Thank you. I'm not familiar with any of these people, so I don't really know. Thank you, though.
Kohlberger. Art. I wonder what the steps are for someone to get angry and motivated if they weren't and wanted to, like Matt Gaetz.
Repeat that?
I wonder what the steps would be to for someone to get angry and motivated if they're not angry but wanted to be like Matt Gaetz.
I still don't understand it.
I'll read it one more time. It's Kohlberger Art. English may be his second language.
Kohlberger Art was
and
there
I'm not the
last
best
night,
reader.
Huh? He was at the meeting last night.
Indeed, he was.
Last night, men's forum was amazing.
Oh, yeah.
Really. Stay with it, guys. Stay with it. Stay with it. And ladies, yours are coming up the third Thursday of the month.
If the Lord is willing and the creek don't rise.
And the creek don't rise. That's right.
Kohlberger Art says, I wonder what the steps are for someone to get angry and motivated if they wasn't and wanted to, like Matt Gaetz.
If they wasn't what and wanted to?
If they weren't angry and motivated, the way that Matt Gaetz is angry and motivated. What if they wanted to be like Matt Gaetz? What are the steps to get angry and motivated? All right, we're moving on because you're confused and it's for the sake of time.
Yeah.
You'll have a chance, I'm sure, to ask him.
Call me or make it a little clearer to Super Chat. It's really just not clear to me. I'm black and slow, so it could be me.
Indeed.
Thank you.
Enjoyed the Matt Gaetz interview, says Eric with 5 coffees. We think anger is us taking control, but it's anger taking control of us.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And it's nobody's fault but yours because you defended by overreacting. So you love your misery of being angry, and then you blame someone else that you're angry. You did that to me. What a lie. Thank you. Very good point.
And 5 yet more from Eric Coffees. Rampage is a weak father. His son's behavior is a direct reflection of his parenting. Rampage has been crying racism all week. He changes his tune to see how people respond. He's trying to sell any victim narrative that people will buy. Rampage's main concern right now is his bank account. Last thing Rampage is going to do is apologize for being a terrible father, says Eric.
Thank you, Eric. Again, I don't know these people. I haven't heard any more about the stories except for now and the last time we reported on. Thank you, though.
Thank you, guys. I do believe that is... Oh, shout out to the D-Live contributors, of course. Games for Rec, Kid Combo 1, Groovy Monkey, and the rest. And, of course, the Pilled supporters and Rumble and YouTube supporters. And that's all for now.
Thank you all. I appreciate it. Amazing. Let me go quickly to the phones. Let me talk to Johnny, a first-time caller out of New Jersey. Johnny, you are on the air.
Hey, 1, 2, 3. I'm talking to Jesse Lee.
Amazing. Thank you.
So I'll get right to the point because you're getting to the end of your show. So,
okay.
Do you think that I need to forgive my mother if I just have no thoughts on it either way, what she did? Like, I just don't feel like I need to forgive her for anything. I took the best of both of my parents, right? And then I just lived my life. I just left the negative stuff behind. So do I need to forgive either one of my parents?
Yes, both, because you may not be aware that you're thinking of it, but you have become like them, and it's the spirit of your parents are driving you because you do resent them, especially your mother.
Really?
Yeah.
Even though you don't feel like you resent them, you do resent them?
Yeah, but you need to see it for yourself, though. Not because I said it. You pay attention to what's going on inside of you, and you will see that all human beings need to forgive their mothers and their fathers before they can enter into perfect peace, the kingdom of heaven.
Understood. And that's a physical, conversation.
Yes.
Like, hey, I forgive you for anything that you've done to me, or how you've made me, or how you raised me.
Yeah. And
that
be
kind of
clear,
thing.
Be clear, see what it is. If you pay attention to what is going on inside of you, you'll see why you need to forgive her and him, and you'll be free. But you got to, all must repent before they can enter into perfect peace.
Understood. Because you're right, I haven't gotten to perfect peace yet. I've been working on myself since I've been listening to you, that is.
Yeah.
And I'm a recent listener, first-time caller into any kind of program like this.
Amazing.
But
are you doing the silent prayer?
I have been doing it on and off, and I need to do it more often. I've tried it when I've thought about it, but that's also living in the moment, like you said, living in the present.
Yeah.
So
are you doing the silent prayer?
Only on and off. I haven't been doing it every day, but I'm going to.
How will you get the prize if you don't listen and obey the orders?
I don't know.
Because God is not going to give you the prize unless you listen and you do what He say you have to do. You must be present. You must forgive. Then you will get the prize. The truth is not going to change because you won't do it, or you make up excuses not to do it.
Understood. I got you. I knew that would be a quick one. I appreciate you, Jesse.
Right. You welcome.
Uncle Jesse, love you. Love you, buddy.
And stay with it, all right? Stay with it.
I will.
Stay with it.
I will, buddy. Stay with it, too.
All right.
See ya.
Right now. Amazing. Tiffany, real fast. Out of Virginia.
It's gonna take too long. Just have a good day.
Call me on Monday.
Okay, I will. Have a good day. Thank
Okay, and I'll take your call as soon as you call in. Super chat. No. Oh, good. We got them all. Amazing. So listen, I am so out of time. Patrick out of Oklahoma. Andrew out of Canada. And then the people who are calling, whatever. Look, you don't have to be you any longer. Really. And this is not a made-up thing. It's not a false idea. But you got to drop the anger. You got to drop all identities. You're not anything that you think that you are, you say that you are. And as an adult, it's nobody's fault but yours, men or women, if you don't drop it. Really. You can't blame anyone. I know you will blame somebody. You made me mad. Why you always accuse me? You always do. If it wasn't in you, no one can touch you. You need a brand new nature. So forgive your mothers and your fathers. Do the silent prayer, rebuildingaman.com/prayer. Silent prayer. Rebuildingaman.com/silent prayer. And stay present. The rule is you must stay present if you want the prize. You're not going to get the prize if you don't obey. And the rule is pray without ceasing, meaning that you should always be present, then you will get the prize. You must forgive, then you will get the prize. Otherwise, you ain't going to get it. Amazing. Thank you for your super chats and your donations and all that. Hake is coming now. And after the Hake report, thefallerstate.tv. And after that, the American Anchor Baby. And I'll see you on Sunday, if the Lord is willing. And the creek don't rise. Amazing men formed last night. Kohlberger Art was there. And everybody else. It was amazing. Take care, folks.
You must know that so you get something went wrong, but face the truth about yourself and just seek first God's kingdom, cause so you get something went wrong, but face the truth about yourself and just seek first God's kingdom, cause I know we can find a way. I know we can find a way.
The views, information, thoughts, and opinions expressed during this show are the individual's own and do not represent the views, thoughts, and opinions of the JLP Network or Bond. Their appearance on the program does not imply an endorsement of them or any entity they represent. The material and information presented here is for general information purposes only. The JLP Network and Bond name and all forms and abbreviations are the property of its owner, and its use does not imply endorsement of or opposition to any specific organization, product, or service.
So, here's what I recommend. I invite you to download my silent prayer.
I know some people have called in and they wonder if the silent prayer is working. And I just want to take a second and to tell them that it works. You just have to stick with it.
Yeah.
That's the first thing I started doing before I even forgave my parents. And I was so depressed and suicidal at some times that I just would have to stop in the middle of my job or whatever I was doing and go into the silent prayer. And it really does help. Like, I don't have those anymore.
Amazing. You haven't seen anything yet. Doubt every thought. Bring every thought into captivity. Just let them all pass. Don't judge them. You haven't seen anything. It gets better and better and better and easier, easier, easier. So my gift to you, no charge, at rebuildingtheman.com/church.